1st and 5, so it's got 4 there, 2nd and 1. Bears in a good position here at the 5.
Extra defensive lineman checking into the ball game for Farragut. That'll be Luca Hoffer. Hoffer in, a cornerback comes out. Anderson Glover playing tonight for Zane Qureshi. Smith comes out, and now as they went to the Wildcat with Carroll at the quarterback position for Bradley, they have to burn a timeout. So the first timeout of the ball game taken by Bradley with just under a half minute to go in our opening quarter, scoreless. But Bradley knocking on the door, 2nd down and very short from the 4-yard line of Farragut after the Admirals commit the first turnover of the ball game. A fumble by Charlie Noble recovered by Bradley's Anthony Perez. And so now the Admirals on the season -4 in turnover margin, while the Bears now are +5. Hope you'll be with us all night long. At the conclusion of tonight's ball game, as part of our post-game show, we'll be selecting our Blair House Antique Players of the Game. Farragut playing its region opener, and so full house backfield. A lot of big bodies in the ball game, and Carroll is the Wildcat quarterback as he runs right, puts his head down, and may have gotten first down yardage. Connor Paris wrapped him up, but it is enough for the first, and so Carroll carries to the 1-yard line, we'll say, for a Hearthside Bank first down, and now it's goal to go. He will remain in, Carroll at quarterback, and spins off the right side and into the end zone. So Bradley draws first blood as Farragut commits the turnover deep in its own territory, and the Bears turn it into points as Bradley picking up the Hearthside Bank first down on a 3-yard run by Carroll, and then quickly line it up again, and Carroll scores basically right up the middle, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season. On to attempt the extra point. Canales for Bradley. It is up. It is good. He remains perfect on the season, 14 of 14, as Bradley leads 7-0 with 3.4 seconds remaining in our first quarter. Back in 1 minute with the kickoff as you listen to Farragut Football, presented by Precision Door Garage Door Service here on West 105.
Whether you're cheering on the home team or building your dream home, David's Abbey Carpet and Floors has you covered. From engineered hardwood to luxury vinyl, elegant porcelain to natural stone, David's has the winning design for every room and the championship team ready to help you score the perfect floor. Locally owned and proud to serve our communities from locations in Farragut, Maryville, and Pigeon Forge. Visit David's Abbey Carpet and Floors in-store or online today, where the Admirals shop for floors.
Banking should feel personal, and at Hearthside Bank, we make sure it does. With services designed for you, from everyday banking to complex loans, we're here when you need us. Visit our Farragut branch today and discover the difference of banking with a local team that is always within reach. Hearthside Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Our Rick Terry Jewelry Designs kickoff sails downfield, and Farragut with an opportunity to return it in the person of Logan Wright. But good downfield coverage by Bradley Central, and Logan will not make it back to the 20-yard line. So I think it's going to be the 17 where Farragut will have it, trailing 7-0. With 1 quarter in the books, we return with the second quarter in 1 minute. Admirals again trailing Bradley Central after 7-0 as you listen to Farragut Football on West 105 worldwide at WFIV.com.
You never think about your garage door until there's a little...
Are we breaking up constantly, Dusty?
Oh, no.
Or even the occasional...
Yes, quite a bit.
Now that can be good.
That's why the pros at Precision Garage Door Service are available same day with fully
I can't
stocked
use the
trucks
MiFi
to fix
unit
it
because you can't
fast.
count on it to
We can
stay
turn
plugged in.
into
And so I'm using my phone, and I guess I'm getting bumped off. I don't have any priority on my phone like we're supposed to have with the MiFi unit.
This is Leanne for Valley Plumbing. We are a local family-owned plumbing company specializing in water heater repair and replacement,
we have little
ball
stretches
drains,
where it seems to be
broken
fine,
pipes,
and we'll have
and most
burps
importantly,
and
taking care of you,
cut
the
out
customer.
quite a
We
bit,
service
and then
all
it'll
of
go back
West
to fine.
Knoxville, Loudoun, Blunt, and Anderson
Brett,
counties.
you
we
give
offer
that. I don't.
same-day service, and we want to be your first and your last call. Call us at 213-3360.
I have no idea what just
24 hours
happened.
a day, 7 days a week, or visit
This is ridiculous.
valleyplumbingtn.com.
Second down, 9 yards to go for the Admirals from the 18-yard line as we get the second quarter underway. First play gaining 1 yard. So the Admirals trailing 7-0. 2 receivers left, H-back and a receiver to the right. Admirals moving right to left in this second quarter, and they'll hand it off, and A.J. Westfield is there for Bradley to swallow up the ball carrier, as absolutely no chance for freshman Nathan Jacobs.
Yeah, Westfield absolutely 6'3", 275, meets him in the hole for a loss of a couple.
So Farragut had gained 1 to the 18-yard line. It's a 3-yard loss for Nathan. So here's third down where Farragut is 1 of 3. Empty set for Corbin Hobson, being pressured, fires near side, and a flag thrown as Garfield trying to make the out cut and being wrapped around the waist by cornerback Reggie Hubbard. And so pass interference should net Farragut the first down.
Yeah, I thought we were going to be punting, but it looked like he was held pretty bad there by Hubbard on the comeback.
So wipe out the third down, but give Farragut the Hearthside Bank first down. It's second of the night.
And just to announce, we're having some trouble with the live stream on FarragutFootball.com, but it is on the 105.3 WFIV YouTube page, and it'll be the one that says live, right? It'll be the Bradley Central 2, so you can check it on there. That's where I'd go.
Thank you, Brett. Appreciate Nick working through some of these difficulties. Our signal back to the station not holding up real well either, as Nathan Jacobs off the left side dropped for no gain. Westfield has to leave the field as his helmet came off.
Yeah, lost his bonnet, but boy, is he active, Eric. He is really impressive, a big fella that can run, and he's causing some real difficulties for our offensive line.
29-yard line, second down and 11. Second down and 11, loaded pistol for the Admirals as Hobson hands off to Jacobs, running right, and Jacobs stutter stepping through the hole, found a little opening that time, maybe kind of got lost a bit, and moves from the 29-yard line across the 35 to the 37. It's an 8-yard gain for Nathan Jacobs, and Farragut sets itself up third down and about 3 yards to go.
Yeah, off right tackle, Jacobs, like you said, got lost a little bit, able to get what he could third, and like I said, a solid 3.
Admirals 1 of 3 on third down. Again, loaded pistol, as I believe that's probably Noah Haig standing off to the left of Corbin Hobson. Farragut may have burned the clock. Could they use a timeout? So
delay game.
Farragut delay a game, and that's its third penalty. So third down and 4 goes back to third down and 9. Back them up to the 32-yard line. 8:50 to go in our first half. Admirals trailing 7-0 as Bradley Central capitalized late in the first quarter on a Farragut fumble deep in its own territory. Picked up a couple of first downs and then scored on the 1-yard Wildcat run for a touchdown. by Carroll. Hobson avoids some trouble, but now throws across the middle and is picked off. Bradley with the return to the 24-yard line as the interception is thrown to Tay Lindsay, the free safety. Tay Lindsay with the INT. And Bradley will have its second takeaway of the night, both of them deep in Farragut territory as the Bears go to work at the Farragut 24.
Yeah, he tried to throw across his body, middle of the field, and really nice play there by Tay Lindsay to pick it off. Only good thing there, Hobson made a really nice tackle in the open field on Lindsay, but it's going to be Bears football yet again.
So Bradley from the Farragut 24, and look at the film as they'll run Carroll out of the Wildcat, and Farragut comes up and pops him. That was Fletcher Haddad making first contact, and Carroll bounced off of him a bit, but the Admirals kept coming in waves, and Dinkle is there primarily to get him down.
Yeah, Haddad, the original hit on the quarterback, Wildcat quarterback there. Really nice play by Haddad, and I'll say on that last interception, again, 13, A.J. Westfield destroys two guys to get in the backfield.
From the 25-yard line, back to pass is Cook. Throws left side, down the sideline, incomplete, and Lloyd apparently got a little bit tied up with Braden Carroll. Too much contact, a flag was thrown, and likely to be pass interference here on the Admirals.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit of hand fighting. I didn't agree with the call, but they're going to call pass interference on Lloyd.
So from the 25, they'll move it half the distance to the goal, and it'll be at the 13.
As you said, though, Eric, with the transfers, clearly a better Bears team than they were last year, more physical, more playmakers, and they're making the impact.
They pick up a Hearthside Bank first down, their fifth, by virtue of the penalty. And so 1st and 10 from the Farragut 13-yard line as Kenyon Phelps stands off to the left of Cook. Cook fires right side. He's got the end cut on the tight end, and extending towards the goal line will be the big fella, number 88, Brady Lewis, 6'2", 225. They'll say he is down shy of the goal at the 12-yard gain, a Hearthside Bank first down.
Yeah, a little slant to the tight end, like you said, listed at 6'2", Eric. Usually you fake these numbers upward. He looks bigger than that.
Yeah.
So they actually fake those downward. But, yeah, about the 1.5-yard line.
And they will run it in off the right side as Carroll again as the Wildcat quarterback scores, just as he did previously on a 1-yard touchdown run. And so Bradley has been in the red zone now on 2 occasions following Farragut turnovers, and they've converted them both into touchdowns. Both of those, again, touchdown runs by Braden Carroll.
Yeah.
So Canales is on to attempt the extra point. Cook is the holder, and the long snapper is Maddox Hampton. And the kick is up and good. Bradley leads 14-0 with 7:14 remaining in our first half here at Bill Claybo Field, Eddie Courtney Stadium. Let's get a 1-minute break. We'll return with the kickoff on the other side as you listen to Farragut football on West 105.
The Shrimp Dock, Knoxville's premier fresh seafood market, offers fresh seafood entrees at all 3 of its area locations.
I'm sorry,
Pork
Dusty, I
crab
can't hear
cake
you
plates,
with
fish tacos, shrimp,
commercial.
salmon, and more. Choose an entree, choose a side and a beverage. Dine in or carry it out.
I was suggesting using tape on the MiFi.
Seafood meal, 3 locations to serve you. And Alcoa. All locations open at 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday and at 11 a.m. on Sundays.
Yeah.
Like us on Facebook for the Fish of the Week and other weekly specials. The Shrimp Dock, Knoxville's premier fresh seafood market.
Hey, it's Matthew Bryan. Trust my local insurance team and me at Bryan Insurance Group for all your insurance needs. Personal or business insurance, our team will find the most affordable rates and coverage you need. Call us at 865-983-8114 or find us online at bryaninsurance.com.
Short kickoff to the near side of the field, down around the 15, where Logan Wright grabs it, heads back across the field left to right, and clears the 30 out to the 35, and finally the 37, we'll say, where he is brought down. Nice return by Logan Wright on that Rick Terry Jewelry Designs kickoff as Farragut finds itself trailing 14-0 with 7:03 remaining in our first half here at Eddie Courtney Stadium. Admirals will have Jacobs as the running back behind Corbin Hobson. High snap. Hobson's able to grab it. Hands off to Jacobs right up the middle. And a nice gain on first down, 5 yards. Productive first down play for Farragut. Second down and 5 as the ball's moved to the 42.
Yeah, a little bit high snap. Hobson gets it down. Gets it to the freshman Jacobs. Gets it to manageable second down.
Farragut moving right to left. 6:40 to go, second quarter. Aaron Heatherly sets up on the left side for Farragut as the H-back. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Handoff Jacobs, big hole on the left side. And Jacobs to midfield and into Bradley territory at the 45, down to the 44. And so the Admirals off the left side will gain 14 yards and a Hearthside Bank first down.
Bears get the ball after half. You're up 14-0. You feel like the Admirals got to punch it in for 6 before the half if you want to stay in this football game. In the last 2 runs, there's been some real yardage to be had.
Keener and Hoffer, the starters on that left side, opened a hole. Flare down the line left side to Ethan Farhat, and Farhat moves to the 39-yard line. That'll be a 5-yard gain. We do have a flag on the far side of the field, however.
Yeah, nowhere near the play.
Was somebody covered up?
False start on the Admirals.
Five-yard penalty, and so it's first and 15. That's the 5th flag on Farragut for 39 yards. Ball moved back to the 49. Ball on the near side hash for the Admirals. 2 receivers to the wide side of the field across the way. Hand off to Jacobs, coming left. Jacobs to the 45, to the 40, and down to the 37-yard line. So a nice run of 12 yards for Jacobs, and that'll set up Farragut up second down and short.
Yeah, he's running hard, but the offensive line, give him credit. They've gotten push, and there's been some alleys for Jacobs to run. Going to be second and about 3.
A 14-yard run by Jacobs, followed up by a 12-yard gain. And so Jacobs behind Hobson in this pistol formation for the Admirals. And they'll hand it off to Jacobs, and he will be wrapped up around the legs as Andrew Carroll, linebacker for Bradley Central, makes the tackle. And they'll put the ball down at the 36-yard line, so that'll be a gain of 1. Hits third down and short.
Yeah, it's 4-down territory for sure. Third and 2. 2 downs to get 2 yards.
Farragut 1 of 4 on third downs this evening. About 25% on the season. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Jacobs behind Hobson in the pistol. Heatherly, the H-back on the left, hands it to Jacobs. Jacobs sidestepped the man and got the first down. To the 34-yard line, that's enough, a 2-yard gain. There was a defender coming hard, but Jacobs just kind of dipped the hips a little bit, got around him, and got the first down.
Yeah, he avoided the big hit that was coming down quickly towards him, and he's able to kind of stay under him and get the first down.
Farragut's 4th Hearthside Bank first down. And the Admirals now from the 33-yard line, we'll say, as Hobson comes right, throws, he's got a man open, and they'll be able to track it down. Johnny Jacobs had broken free as Hobson extended the play, running to his right. So a bit of a broken play, and Jacobs sprinted away from the defensive back on the far side of the field, but couldn't quite track down the pass from Hobson in the end zone.
Yeah, a little scramble drill, and the defender got confused. Jacobs got behind him, but just a little bit overthrown there. Would have been 6.
So second down and 10 from the 33 of Bradley Central. 4:28 to go first half. Farragut trailing 14-0. Bradley with a touchdown in both the first and second quarters. The Bears with 4 on the line. Defensive front. Handoff Jacobs, met and did well to get back to the line of scrimmage. Looked like McIntosh may have been the first man there, and it'll bring up third down and 10. No gain for Jacobs.
McIntosh, Westfield, and who's the other one? Stokes?
Yep.
Big fella in the middle. Yeah, those 3 are big and active and playing kind of a 3-4, it looks like, most of the time.
So Farragut, 2 of 5 on third down. This is 3rd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Hobson quickly throws to Farragut in the slot, and Farragut gets to the 27. That'll set up 4th down and 4.
Yep, 4th down. Admirals got to go for it. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in the second quarter, down 14-0. This is a must convert for the Admirals, about 4th and 4.
Farragut on the season on 4th downs, 5 of 10. 5 of 10 on 4th down, and so the Admirals here facing 4th down and 4 from the 27 of the Bears. Loaded pistol, Noah Haig, the fullback. Nate Jacobs, the tailback.
Oh, Bears called timeout.
And Bradley using a timeout, which will be its second. So 1 timeout remaining for Bradley Central. And the Bears on top of the Admirals 14-0 as Farragut huddles up down below discussing this big 4th down call. Admirals desperately needing to pick it up and stick it in the end zone before halftime as Bradley has capitalized on 2 Farragut turnovers deep in its own territory. On the Admirals' 3rd possession of the night, a fumble recovered by Anthony Perez at the Farragut 23. The Bears moved for 2 Hearthside Bank first downs and then got in the end zone on the 1-yard keeper by the Wildcat quarterback, Braden Carroll. That was with 3 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Moved to the second quarter, and the Admirals throw an interception as free safety Tay Lindsay came up with the pick, returned it to the Farragut 24, and Carroll again was able to score the touchdown from 1 yard out. 7:14 to go in the second quarter when that score tallied by Bradley Central. So now it is Farragut and Bradley returning to the field after the timeout. And Hobson in the loaded pistol will hand it off to Jacobs, and he's not going to get anywhere close. So Farragut tried to kind of cross him up by running the ball off the left side where they had a couple of nice gains on this drive, but nothing to be gained on 4th down. Jacobs is dropped for no gain. The ball will go over on downs, and Bradley takes over at its own 27-yard line.
Yeah, 4th down. They run it off left tackle. Doesn't get it. They said tried to surprise the Bears defense.
So Bradley, with the offense returning to the field and 2:45 to go in our first half. Tucker Cook in at quarterback, and Kenyon Phelps off to his left. H-back sets up off right tackle. They'll run Phelps that direction. Phelps to the 30, to the 35, and out to the 38-yard line as Farragut Sapalategi makes the tackle, but a 12-yard gain for Bradley and a Hearthside Bank first down. It's 7th of this first half and the most productive run thus far for senior Kenyon Phelps.
Yeah, really good balance there and good patience to let the play kind of develop and gets a first down out to the 39.
Farragut with 4 up on the line. They'll hand it to Phelps again across the 45. Bounces off a man and Farragut rips the ball out of there. Mason Apalategi ripped it out at midfield. I think it was. May have been Glover. Not sure. Whatever the case, the Admirals cover it up, and Farragut's got its first takeaway of the night at the 38-yard line.
Another good run by Phelps, but just doesn't cover it up. And the Admirals try to get that ball out and do, as the Admirals have one more life with 2 minutes left in this second quarter. Can they get a touchdown to stay in it?
So a fumble, and did you catch who recovered that, Brett?
No.
Get from its 38-yard line. I think Glover might have forced the fumble. They'll throw it to Glover down the near sideline, and working in front of the Farragut bench, he'll move from the 38 to the 42. 1:58 to go in our first half. Clock running after a 4-yard gain.
Admirals supposedly have all 3 timeouts, Eric. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. Just make sure the scoreboard's correct.
Second down, 6 yards to go from the 42. Pistol formation for Farragut. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Snap comes back. Hobson looking for somewhere to go. Has plenty of time. Now throws late to Garfield, who makes the catch. Max Garfield, nice job shielding away Reggie Hubbard from the ball. Makes the catch at the 47-yard line. That'll be an 11-yard gain and a Hearthside Bank first down.
Yeah, Garfield uses frame, 6'1", 190 pounds, kind of boxes him out on the scramble drill to convert the first down.
Farragut's 5th, Hearthside Bank first down. Hearthside Bank located in Farragut on the southeast corner of Concord Road and Kingston Pike. Hobson with an empty set, takes the snap, rolls to his right, throws short, incomplete. Incomplete. It'll be second down and 10 for Farragut from the 47-yard line of Bradley Central. So, clock stops with the incompletion, 1:09 to go. Apologize for the connection back to the station. Very frustrating. From the 47-yard line, ball on the near side hash, loaded pistol. Jacobs in the offensive backfield with Hobson, takes the handoff, running left, and got across the 45 to the 43, we'll say. So that's a 4-yard gain as the tackle's made by Hubbard, and it'll bring up third down.
Yeah, Admirals will call their first time out. Minute 1 left. Third and about 6.5. Admirals have got to convert. Can't do 3. Got to have 7 here on this drive.
So Farragut using a timeout. I would love to be able to reset some equipment and perhaps reestablish a stronger connection to the station. But here late first half, afraid that we might go away and not come back for quite some time. So we're going to try to hold on until halftime and then reset some of our gear. Again, our apologies as the Admirals trailing 14-0 at home in this Farragut's region opener. Bradley won its region opener last Friday night in lopsided fashion. They led Hardin Valley 42-0 at halftime. Got a pick 6 in the second half for the final score of the night. 49-0 was the final. So here's third down for Farragut from the 43 of Bradley. 2 receivers each side, pistol formation for the Admirals. Hobson takes the snap from Zooks, fires left side. Garfield, I don't know, they say made the catch. I don't know, I guess he did. But is that enough for the first down?
Yep, should be. Had to get to the 38, got to the 37. Nice.
Wow.
Toe tap there by Garfield. Really good catch. Gets the first down.
Wow. I mean, that was a fingertip catch and absorbed a blow on the sideline. But Farragut converts the third, picks up the Hearthside Bank first down, and they're now at the 37-yard line as Hobson looks right, steps up, and goes down. Bradley, heads colliding between Bears. Everybody for Bradley appears to be okay. Hobson a little slow getting up, and Corbin no gain on the scramble, and so it'll be second down. Actually looks like maybe lost a yard. Hobson loses a yard, and so it'll be second down and 11 for Farragut as the Admirals use their second timeout with 45.7 seconds remaining. So I've got both teams with 1 timeout remaining. The scoreboard says that as well.
Right.
Bradley leading Farragut 14-0. And Admirals have had a couple of plays, Brett, with Jacobs off the left side on the last possession.
Yeah.
And on this possession, Max Garfield, a couple of big catches to move the chains. Just haven't been able to
string it together.
Yep, string enough together to even make it into the red zone as of yet. Been close, but as they approach, a couple of turnovers.
Yep.
So from the 38-yard line, it's second down and 11. 2 receivers to each side for Corbin Hobson in this empty set. Back to pass. Hobson rolling right. Wanted to let it go deep, then pulls it down, runs, and gets down to the 26-yard line. So that's going to be a 12-yard gain and a Hearthside Bank first down on the scramble by Hobson.
Yeah, does what he can, gets just enough for the first down. The clock should be not running yet until the first, no. The clock never reset for the first down. That should not be the time. They need to check that.
So the officials step in. Several seconds ticked off.
Yeah, never, when they reset the chains, they never stopped the clock, which hurt us about 7 to 10 seconds there.
So they had to clock it, so it's 2nd down and 10 now for Farragut from the 27. Hobson being pressured by McIntosh. Comes left and scoots out of bounds at maybe the 26, so that's going to be no gain. Maybe 1 yard. 3rd down, 9.5 to go.
Yep, 1 timeout left, so you really want to get this beyond the 1st down marker at the very least.
Farragut's improved on 3rd down tonight. They picked up 3 of 7. And so this is 3rd down in 4-down territory unless you lose yardage. From the 26-yard line, Hobson throws near side. Catch made by Heatherly, but very, very short gain. Maybe the 24-yard line, so that'll be good for 2 yards. That'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, just a quick out to the tight end. And the Admirals are going to kick it here. It's a 40, right over a 40-yard field goal, maybe 41 yards. They're going to kick it to try to get some points before the half.
16.5 seconds remaining in the half, so Ryan McHugh, who has only attempted 1 field goal, it was from this distance, 41 yards. It was blocked. So Coleman Parrish, the freshman long snapper, Noah Haig, senior holder, and Ryan McHugh, your senior place kicker, and now Farragut will use its final timeout. 16.5 seconds to go until intermission, and Farragut trying to get on the board. And I didn't notice the play clock there, Brett, but if you're Farragut, perhaps was a concern. I don't know why else you'd use the timeout here unless you're thinking about perhaps going for it rather than kicking the field goal. But the Admirals facing 3rd down and 9.5 only picked up about a yard or so, maybe 2. And so they didn't leave themselves a very favorable 4th down situation.
Yeah, I mean, you really want 7 here, Eric, but I think they're thinking, let's get some points on 4th and 8. Not likely for us. See if we can get it from our good kicker.
41-yard field goal attempt here by Ryan McHugh. Again, Noah Haig to hold and to snap. It'll be Coleman Parrish. And now Bradley, I assume, will use its last timeout. So
Can't take any with you.
all 6 timeouts used in this first half by the 2 teams combined. Farragut trying to get some points after Bradley commits its first turnover of the ball game. The Admirals seeing Phelps rip off what appeared to be 1st down yardage on a run off the right side. Ripped the ball from his grasp. It bounded downfield some 12 yards where Farragut pounced on it, taking possession at its 38. And the Admirals have been able, on occasion in this first half, to move the ball, you might say, between the 20s, which they've done on this possession, but just not consistently enough to finish a drive. So trying to finish this one as they finish out the half with Ryan McHugh's first field goal of the season. McHugh, one of the most accurate kickers in Farragut football history, lines it up as again Haig will hold and Parrish will snap. The ball's on the left hash for the right-footed kicker as it sails downfield right to left and splits the uprights. So with 13.3 seconds remaining until halftime, Farragut is on the board, trailing Bradley Central 14-3. Let's get a 1-minute break. We'll return with a kickoff on the other side as you listen to Farragut football on West 105.
We are a local family-owned plumbing company specializing in water heater repair and replacement, clogged drains, broken pipes, and most importantly, taking care of you, the customer. We service all of West Knoxville, Loudoun, Blount, and Anderson counties. We offer same-day service, and we want to be your first and your last call. Call us at 213-3360, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or visit valleyplumbingtn.com.
This is Derek Miser with Miser Wealth Partners. Are you still funding your 401k today? If so, you need to consider this. With our federal debt soaring past $35 trillion and the interest rate related to that debt now representing 1/6 of our federal budget, your retirement savings might not be as secure as you think. Don't leave your future to chance. Discover a wiser tax-free alternative today. Isn't it time you experience the Miser difference? Call Miser Wealth Partners today at 865-281-1616.
Ryan McHugh with the kickoff for the Admirals. And the Rick Terry Jewelry Designs kickoff will sail 6-7 yards deep in the end zone for a touchback. So Ryan now 6 of 8 on the year. Kickoffs resulting in touchbacks, and with 13, well, actually 9.6, so they took some time off the clock on a kickoff that went through the end zone. Now they crank the clock as they take a knee, and these teams will take it to the locker room. So Bradley, one snap, one knee to end the first half, and they will lead it, will the visiting Bears, 14-3 over Farragut in this, the Admirals region opener, as Bradley, having won the coin toss, deferred, and so the Bears will also get the ball to begin the third quarter. Bradley leading Farragut at halftime 14-3. Let's get a break here for our sponsors. We're going to reboot some equipment, hopefully resolve some technical issues, and we will be back on the other side with our Precision Door halftime show. Again, Bradley Central leading Farragut 14-3 as the Farragut Admiral Marching Band makes its way onto the Bill Claybo Field down below. Back after this as you listen to Farragut Football on West 105.
WFIV 105.3
okay,
FM. Loudon, Farragut, Lenore
change
City.
over to the
You're
MiFi and hope
listening
that
to
it
West
maintains
105.
power.
Life doesn't run on bank hours.
45 new white Nissan Muranos?
Yep, sure did.
So now what?
Let's
If
see
it'll
if that
drive,
works
it's
any
worth
better.
$8,500 worth of purchase of any new in-stock white Nissan Murano. So bring that sled to Ted, and it's worth $8,500 during the Fat Finger sale going on now at Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
You never think about your garage door until there's a little...
connected to the MiFi. We'll see.
Uh-oh.
It'll maintain power.
Or even the occasional...
Did you try taping the wire?
That's why the pros at Precision Garage Door Service are available same day with fully stocked trucks to fix it fast. So we can turn into...
Oh my, wow.
Precision Garage Door Service, the name you can trust.
Welcome into our Precision Door halftime show. Precision Door, Precision Garage Door Service, a name you can trust, as Farragut trails Bradley Central in this region opener for the Admirals 14-3, as the Bears won the coin toss, deferred to the second half, and so Farragut got the ball to start and went 3 and out. Ryan McHugh's punt 38 yards, a net of 29. Bradley takes over at its 49 but can't capitalize on the outstanding starting field position. They went 3 and out. Farragut gets the ball back at its 24. Another 3 and out series. This time Ryan McHugh 45 yards, no return. Great downfield coverage and a good coverage kick at that too by Ryan McHugh. So Bradley from its 30 moved for 2 first downs, then the 4th punt of the ball game, all in succession to get us started. So Farragut from its 13-yard line, and the Admirals would fumble deep in their territory. Charlie Noble stripped of the ball. It was recovered by Bradley's Anthony Perez at the Farragut 23. The Bears move for a couple of Hearthside Bank first downs deeper into the red zone, and then running the Wildcat quarterback, it was Braden Carroll scoring from 1 yard out, giving Bradley an early 7-0 lead following Noah Canales made PAT. That was with only 3 seconds remaining in our first quarter. Farragut, its next possession, starting from its 17-yard line, and the Admirals still deep in their own territory when Hobson threw over the middle and was picked off by Tay Lindsay of Bradley Central. Lindsay with the return to the Farragut 24-yard line. And again, the Bears got it down, goal to go inside the 5, and it was Carroll again in the Wildcat, running it off the right side into the end zone to give Bradley a 14-0 lead with 7:14 remaining in the first half. Farragut would go over on downs on its next possession. Bradley taking over at its 27-yard line, and Phelps with a nice run to midfield was stripped of the football. I believe Anderson Glover perhaps stripped him. Farragut recovers at the 38-yard line, and that leads eventually, after both teams use multiple timeouts, eventually leads to a 41-yard field goal by Ryan McHugh with 13 seconds remaining in our first half of play. And so the Admirals on the board late, trailing Bradley 14-3. McHugh's subsequent kickoff went into the end zone for a touchback. Bradley simply took a knee and ran out the clock to end our first half, again with the Bears leading at 14-3 and set to get the ball to begin our second half. Looking at some team stats, Farragut with the 2 turnovers and Bradley with 1. The Bears and Admirals, I had both teams with 7 Hearthside Bank first downs. On 3rd down, Bradley goes 0 for 2. Farragut goes 3 for 8. On 4th down, Farragut 0 for 1. Penalties, Bradley 2 for 20. Farragut 5 for 39. Bradley leading 14-3 here at intermission. Let's get a 3-minute break. We'll return with more of our Precision Door halftime show on the other side. You listen to Farragut football here on West 105.
Or even the occasional.
Now that can be good.
How long have I been on?
That's why the pros at Precision Garage Door Service are available same day with fully stocked trucks to fix it fast.
Well,
so we can turn into
Oh my, wow. What is wrong with everything?
Door service, the name you can trust.
This is Leanne for Valley Plumbing. We are a local family-owned plumbing company specializing in water heater repair and replacement, clogged drains, broken pipes, and most importantly, taking care of you, the customer. We service all of West Knoxville, Loudoun, Blount, and Anderson counties. We offer same-day service, and we want to be your first and your last call. Call us at 213-3360, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or visit valleyplumbingtn.com.
Looking for a mortgage that fits your needs? At Hearthside Bank, we offer a variety of mortgage solutions to help you get into your dream home. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or refinancing, our team is here to guide you every step of the way. With competitive rates, personalized service, and flexible terms, we have the right mortgage for you. Visit us today and let's make your homeownership dreams a reality. Hearthside Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Whether you're cheering on the home team or building your dream home, David's Abbey Carpet and Floors has you covered. From engineered hardwood to luxury vinyl, elegant porcelain to natural stone, David's has the winning design for every room and a championship team ready to help you score the perfect floor. Locally owned and proud to serve our communities from locations in Farragut, Maryville, and Pigeon Forge. Visit David's Abbey Carpet and Floors in-store or online today, where the Admirals shop for floors.
Here at the Mike Dyer Agency, we know insurance coverage options can be overwhelming. That's why we partner with Nationwide to help you find the best protection for you and your family's needs. Give us a call today at 865-966-2111 to learn more. Or visit our website at MikeDyerInsuranceAgency.com. And remember, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
Fantastic customer service, a knowledgeable team, expert craftsmen, and so many 5-star reviews. Hi, I'm Rick Terry with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. My family and I have been serving West Knoxville and Farragut for well over 30 years. If you've never checked us out, please do. Better yet, come see us for yourself. On the corner of Kingston Pike and Campbell Station Road, look for the topiary of the Big Diamond Ring. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, we want to be your jeweler. A proud sponsor of Farragut football.
Farragut Admiral Marching Band performing down below. 152 competitive band members this year. And this season's show, Heart of Glass, which features music from Blondie, Nirvana, and classical composer Philip Glass. The drum majors, Maggie Doyle, Carly Tilson, and Ari Kim. The directors, new director, first-year director of the Farragut Marching Band of the Farragut Band program, Andrew Smith. He's assisted by Rodney Brown, and the color guard directed by Molly McGill. And I guess they're a week away from their first competition. A week from tomorrow, the band will compete at Clinton High School in the Clinch River Classic. The following week, on the 27th of September, the Carnes Marching Invitational. And then moving into October, there will be a couple of competitions as well as the Knox County Exhibition here at Farragut High School, an all-day event on October 21st. Farragut trailing Bradley 14-3 at intermission, and Farragut, Corbin Hobson, 6 carries for 13 yards. Nathan Jacobs, 13 carries, 45 yards. Charlie Noble, 2 carries for 4 yards. So Farragut with 20 rushes for 62 yards. And through the air, Hobson goes 7 of 11 for 37 yards and an interception. The team, as Hobson spiked the ball to kill the clock late in the first half, team 0 for 1. So 7 of 12, 37 yards. Ethan Farragut, 1 catch, good for 6 yards. Max Garfield, 3 catches for 25 yards. Anderson Glover, 1 for 4. And Aaron Heatherly, 2 for 2 yards. And that does indeed add up to 37. There was also a play, first play of the second quarter. We were having some technical difficulties. I was more than a little bit distracted and missed actually what transpired there, but Farragut gained a single yard which means they are sitting, by my numbers, right at 100 yards of offense in the first half. For Bradley Central, Kenyon Phelps, 6 carries, 39 yards, coughed up a fumble late. Braden Carroll, a pair of touchdown rushes out of the Wildcat as the quarterback, as he had 4 carries for 4 yards. And then the team there at the end, -2 on the knee to take it to the half. So that would be 11 for 41 rushing and a pair of touchdowns on the ground for Bradley Central. Meanwhile, Tucker Cook connects on 6 of 9 passes for 51 yards. So 92 total yards for Bradley in the first half, as Braden Carroll had 3 receptions, good for 37 yards. Spencer McCooch, 2 for 2. And Brady Lewis, the big tight end, 1 for 12. So 39-51, that adds up as well. So again, 92 yards of offense for Bradley in the first half, 100 yards for Farragut in the first half. But the turnovers for the Admirals very costly in number, but also too, of course, where on the field they occurred, setting the Bears up both times with a short field. So 14-3, Bradley leading here at intermission. For a look at what's going on elsewhere, here's Brett Clendenin.
Thank you, Eric. We've got Maryville leads Cleveland tonight, 37-0 at the half. Westridge leads Hardin Valley Academy 28-6. Science Hill up 28-0 on the Bearden Bulldogs. Dobbins Bennett down to Oak Ridge at the half, 16-7. Gibbs leads Morristown East 21-0. Tennessee High up on Cook County 21-0 tonight. Sevier County, Daniel Boone knotted up at 0 at the half. Morristown West leads David Crockett 7-0. Gallenberg Pittman Fulton 0-0 early in the second quarter there. Cherokee leads Granger 13-8. Jellicoe up on Sunbright 7-0. Northview Academy Pigeon Forge 0-0 in the second quarter. Greenville up on Seymour 28-3. Eagleton Academy leads Sullivan East 14-13. Elizabethton leading Volunteer tonight 14-0. Central over Campbell County 13-0. Carnes Clinton 0-0 in the second quarter. Coalfield all over rival Oakdale 35-0. Greenback Harriman just getting started. Anderson County in a tight one with Heritage tonight 21-19. Got McMinn Central down to Meigs County 15-8. Rockwood leads Midway 26-7. CAK and Oneida 0-0 in the second quarter there. Sweetwater, Polk County knotted up at 14 at the half. Austin East, Scott County early in the second quarter 0-0. Carter leads South Oil 14-7. Bledsoe County, Tellico Plains just kicking off. Cumberland Gap, Union County in the second quarter 7-7. Oliver Springs leads Wartburg 21-0 and 2-1A there. Powell up on William Blunt 20-8 at the half. Hickson leads Loudon tonight 13-0. McMinn County all over Lenore City tonight 45-0. Howard Sequoia just kicking off. Ray County leading Soddy Daisy 21-0 in the second quarter there, with Chattanooga Central, Walker Valley, and Gallatin Cookeville just getting started. Upperman and Stone Memorial as well. Grace Christian leads Silverdale 14-10 in Division II. Webb leads Lakeway Christian 21-7 as well in Division II. Eric, back to you.
Thank you, Brett. And the Bradley Marching Band performing as well here at halftime. That caught me a little bit off guard. Again, really distracted in the first half with some technical issues. But that's great. They made the trip up from Cleveland, able to perform at the half. Both bands, that's not always a given on a road trip of an hour or more. And so both bands performing here at halftime. And Farragut trailing Bradley Central by a score of 14-3, with the Bears set to get the ball to begin the second half. Farragut out gaining Bradley in the first half, 100 yards to 92. But the Admirals -1 in turnover margin, and both turnovers deep in their own territory, led rather quickly to Bradley's 2 touchdowns. Farragut tacks on the field goal late, a 41-yarder for Ryan McHugh, his first of the season. And so 14-3 again is our score. Hope you'll be with us over the course of the night As part of our post-game show, we'll be selecting a Blair House Antiques player of the game, perhaps players of the game. Week 1, we recognized Max Garfield, who had Farragut's lone touchdown reception that night, and Donovan Lloyd, who we thought did a nice job against some talented Sevier County receivers, blanket coverage by the sophomore. Week 2, as Farragut was hosting Powell, we had the Admirals Noah Haig and Luke Dinkle that we recognized. And then last week, as Farragut falling at Upperman and indecisive fashion, we just went with Ethan Farhat, who far and away had the most productive night with 9 catches for 85 yards. So again, we'll be selecting a player of the game, sponsored by Blair House Antiques, as part of our post-game show. They've got a little over a minute and a half showing here on the halftime clock. Figure that's probably about right. So let's step aside, get a 90-second break for our sponsors. We'll return with the third quarter on the other side as we put a wrap on our Precision Door halftime show with Bradley Central leading Farragut 14-3. Back after this as you listen to Farragut football on West 105.
Whether you're managing a household or running a business, Citizens Bank has a checking account built for how you bank. Choose from personal and business options with digital tools like mobile deposit, bill pay, and merchant services, plus support from a local team in Knoxville and Lenoir City that understands your goals. Learn more at citizensbank24.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is John Blair from Blair House. This time of year is filled with birthdays and anniversaries that call for gifting that is both personal and unique. At Blair House, we offer a wide variety of jewelry, chandeliers, and other unique and hard-to-find gifts for when the gift must be perfect. Blair House, your time-tested connection to the treasures of the past. Blair House, 210 North Forest Park Boulevard in Bearden.
Follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Blair House Antiques, Knoxville.
If you're an LCUB Electric customer, it's time to upgrade. Experience True Fiber to the home, the fastest internet available. Get affordable fixed pricing, free installation, no contracts, and local customer service. It's not too good to be true. LCUB is connecting new neighborhoods every month with gig speed fiber internet starting at $69.99 a month, Wi-Fi included. Check your availability now at lcub.com.
So Ryan McHugh will be kicking it away to get our second half started. Ryan had one kickoff in the first half following his 41-yard field goal. He put it well deep in the end zone for a touchback, the 6th touchback in 8 kickoffs this year for the Farragut senior. And so McHugh lining it up at the 40-yard line. He'll be kicking right to left to these Bradley Bears. Farragut in the home navy with the gray numerals outlined in white, the gray pants with the white stripe outlined in navy. The Bears of Bradley Central in the road white this evening, black numerals outlined in gold, wearing the black pants. Gold and white stripe on those pants. Farragut trailing 14-3 as McHugh approaches. And our second half, full speed ahead. It will sail down to the 2-yard line, so an opportunity to return it for the Bears. Heading to the far side of the field will be Spencer McCooch, and McCooch will be knocked out of bounds into the Bradley bench at about the 25-yard line, it would appear. So 1 of 2 on the night, kickoffs resulting in touchbacks, but pretty good coverage for the Admirals, and we'll say Bradley from its 26 to get the third quarter started.
Yeah, going to need a stop, down 14-3. Going to have a better second half. Offense has got to find a way to keep yards and keep first downs moving. We're going to have to have a stop first.
Handoff to Phelps. Phelps stutter steps through a hole and has good yardage on first down, and actually still on his feet, finally popped out of bounds across the way by Farragut safety Harrison Smith. But that is a Hearthside Bank first down, as multiple Admirals had their hands on him but simply couldn't get Phelps on the turf. And Kenyon Phelps, the Bradley Sr. rips off some 15 yards, we'll say.
Yeah, broke a couple tackles. Really nice running by Phelps to get this drive started for the Bears.
Hearthside Bank first down number 8 of the night for Bradley. Phelps up the middle, 45, and stumbling as he tried to stutter step coming through the hole, lost his footing, stumbles forward, gets to midfield. That'll be close to first down yardage. But let's see, what do we have? A hold back at the 39-yard line, so that's the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it was a big hole, but maybe too big because there is a hold that caused it. Going to bring it back for the Bears.
Third flag against Bradley Central, totaling 30 yards. Farragut flagged 5 times in the first half for 39 yards. So from the 31-yard line, Bradley Central first down and 20, as they will have 2 receivers, a tight end, and an H-back all to the left. They run Phelps to the right, and Phelps pushes his way close to the 40 before the Admirals kind of grab him around the waist, stop his forward momentum, and throw him back. But again, forward progress got him to the 40. That's a 9-yard gain, second down and 11.
Yeah, gets him back, not in manageable territory, but back in play. It's second and 11.
Three receivers to the right side. One receiver left, which I believe is Braden Carroll. As looking to the sideline is sophomore quarterback Tucker Cook, with Kenyon Phelps alongside in the offensive backfield. Ball between the hash marks as Bradley moves left to right in this third quarter, leading Farragut 14-3. Second and 11 from the 40. And Cook, being flushed, coming near side, fires high, and Lewis made the catch. Was he in bounds? And we got a flag, which could be on Farragut, I guess, for a late hit. I guess they're going to say he caught it, which would be good for a 4-yard gain.
They seem very confused on whether he caught it, but then they're going to call a horse collar. But that's a weird spot for a horse collar, Eric, because that wasn't where the tackle was made. That's a unique call right there.
They mark off 15 after the catch. So call it a 4-yard completion to Lewis.
I assume that's a horse collar on the quarterback when they were bringing him down.
Yeah.
Which is unique. You don't see that a lot after you've gotten rid of the football.
So a Hearthside Bank first down by virtue of the penalty. And they hand it off to Phelps, and Phelps eludes 1, 2, but not the rest of the Navy. He is going to lose yardage from the 41-yard line of Farragut back to the 44. So bounced off a couple of would-be tacklers, but the Admirals kept coming in waves.
Yeah, nice pursuit there, as you said, by the Navy to continue to pursue after Phelps missed a couple tackles. Second and 12. Admirals need to get off the field on the worst way.
From the 44-yard line, 3 receivers right, 1 left. Again, I'm assuming that's Braden Carroll to the far side of the field. Phelps slides out left is Cook. Ducks under a tackle. Now out left side. He's running for first down yardage, and he's got it as he scampers out of bounds at the 30. Haddad giving chase. And then a Farragut player went down in a heap over there.
Yeah, good scrambling there by Cook. Finds some space on the left side to get the first down. Not a huge attendance by the Bears tonight. Looks like they've got at least 137 people here, maybe.
So they say he stepped out actually earlier than I thought, and they'd already started to move the chains across the way.
Already resetting the chains because they were like, oh, it's 7 yards back. Now they're very confused.
Call it a 10-yard gain on the scramble by Cook, his first rushing attempt of the night, and that leaves them with a couple of yards to go. Third down for Bradley, which is 0 of 2 on third down. They'll go with the heavy set off the left side. They hand it off to Phelps, and Phelps up the middle. I don't think he got there.
Be careful.
Swallowed him up.
Be careful, Eric. You know how they are with these eyes. It's close, but, yeah, just going to move it.
Owen Petoskey at the bottom of the pile, and they're going to say 31-yard line is enough to net the first down. Wow.
The impressive eyes of the refs always impress me. He said definitely close enough. Let's move the chains.
That's the 10th Hearthside Bank first down of the night for Bradley Central. Hearthside Bank in Farragut, located on the southeast corner of Kingston Pike and Concord Road. And so the Bears will again have trips to the right, the wide side of the field, to Carroll, the lone receiver, left, as they'll throw it left side to Phelps coming out of the backfield. We got a flag down in the backfield, and Phelps makes his way down to the 15 to the 10. Farragut having fits, getting him on the ground. Finally, they do around the 8. We'll see what the flag's all about back at the 34.
Yeah, it's coming back. Patowski has asked for a hold, and he's going to get one. As you always see, number 99, a lot of respect for that big fella. Continue to work.
Connor Paris is going to check out of the ball game, so Farragut already down Brooker with Haddad in for him last week and this week as well. And now Paris comes off. Don't know what that's about exactly, but it looks like maybe Farragut's gotten Caden Renfro in the ball game. That would make sense. And so 10-yard step off against Bradley. Second holding penalty on this drive. So from the 41-yard line back to pass is Cook, fires left side, and down to the 27-yard line, making the catch across the way is Braden Carroll. So that'll be a 14-yard gain, sets up second down.
Yeah, that's what the doctor ordered. Just a little back shoulder throw there by Cook. Really nice throw and catch by Carroll to get it to second and about 7.
From the 28-yard line. Clock rolling, 7 minutes to go in our third quarter. Ball on the far side hash. 2 receivers to each side this time. And Cook throws near side, and Carroll can't make the catch.
Tried to run the screen. Lloyd really played it well, Eric.
One of those where perhaps he's trying to make a move before he secures the catch, but also Farragut had heavy pressure in the neighborhood. As you say, Lloyd was kind of breaking through that block attempt by the outside receiver.
Yeah, and Parrish back in the game after a couple plays off to discuss something.
Hayden Parker Price had been the running back on that last play, but Phelps is back in now. So here's third down for Bradley, which converted earlier on this possession. They'll throw down the seam, incomplete at around the 11-yard line as Farragut comes over with the safety. Mason Apolategi, I do believe, helping out Donovan Lloyd as they threw it down the seam on the left side, but it goes incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, kind of like you said, down the seam. Lloyd in his back pocket. Apolategi coming from the other side at safety. Really played that well, both defenders, corner and safety. Interesting spot here, Eric. It's a 45-yarder, 4th and 7. I assume they don't have that field goal in the bag.
So we talked about this pregame. Here's one of those situations that has haunted Farragut all season long. Right. Not only the first down, but a touchdown in these situations. 4th down, 7 yards to go from the 28-yard line. Empty set. Cook has time, and Farragut closes in and sacked him. The ball came loose. It doesn't matter. It's over on downs. It's Farragut's football, and the Admirals get a big 4th down stop. Luke Dinkle celebrating. But I tell you, that whole front, Brett, got some pressure, and the young quarterback tried to step up in the pocket, but there was just not enough room to escape.
Yeah, Dinkle's really played well all season, brought some heat. As you said, the pressure was really the front 4 or 5, and able to get the big sack. May have gained a yard or two, maybe it wasn't a sack, but big turnover on downs. But, down 14-3, you're still in this football game. And if you like offense, you don't need to tune in tonight on both offenses. But can the Admirals get something going?
Farragut from its 27 got the stop it needed to start the second half, but they can't block Spencer McCooch coming off the right edge for Bradley Central, and he blows up the play as soon as the ball is handed to Admiral freshman Nathan Jacobs. He is met head up by McCooch.
Yeah, defensive back McCooch comes on a blitz, and it's a slow developing run, and just like that, you lose 6.
All the way back to the 21-yard line. Jacobs now 39 yards on 14 carries tonight, as the Admirals will have Heatherly as the H-back on the right side, a single receiver right, 2 receivers left. Corbin Hobson hands off, and this time Jacobs is wrapped up and thrown back by defensive end Zane McIntosh. So let's see if that may have lost some yardage as well.
Yeah, McIntosh and Westfield both very active tonight. You get the ball back, you think you have a chance, Eric, and then you lose 6, and then you lose another 1 or 2 on the next 2 running plays, and now you're in third and about 17.
Farragut third down and 17. They are 3 of 8 on third down tonight, which is a marked improvement over previous weeks, but this is third and quite a bit. Hobson takes the snap, rolls out right, being pursued, throws into the Bradley bench, just got rid of it. So Farragut gets the big defensive stop on 4th down, but then loses yardage on the first 2 plays and nowhere to go with the ball under duress on 3rd down. A 3-and-out series where Farragut went backwards.
Yeah, I mean, that can really deflate your defense. You make a big play, you're keeping them in the game. They've had to play behind the sticks, with the 2 turnovers in the first half, get the big turnover on downs. Then it's 3 and out again by the offense, and the defense is back on the field.
McHugh with a 38-yard punt and a 45-yard punt in the first half. This is from the 20, a wobbly kick sent to the near sideline, and I think that might have hit Farragut, and so it'll be at the 46-yard line. Farragut's indicating that hit Bradley.
Yeah!
It did. It did. It was recovered by Donovan Lloyd, and so the ball, it was muffed. An unsuspecting Bear, the ball hit off of, and Lloyd was there to cover it up. And that happened so quickly, Brett, that I thought it was maybe off of Donovan, but apparently not.
Well, I think it may have hit Lloyd second, but I think it hit a Bear first. And you heard the Admirals going nuts because they were closest to it. The ref didn't really say much. He waves his hand slowly and then says, Admiral football. Kind of an emotional moment. But can the Admiral offense finally get something going?
So the second turnover of the night, and it extends the possession for Farragut and Donovan Lloyd. The benefactor, he gets a fumble recovery on the special teams play, and Farragut is set up now at the 46-yard line of Bradley.
Got to have it right here.
Just not good awareness by Bradley to get hit by that punt right in front of the Farragut bench. Handoff, Jacobs, and runs into a stone wall. I think that's got to be Westfield at the bottom of the pile.
I mean, give the Bears defense credit, Eric, right? The turnover on downs, 2 negative plays by them bringing some real heat. Then 3rd down, nothing doing. Then you get the punt hit by one of the Bears, and you get the football back. Another negative yardage play. I'm impressed by this Bears defense saying, we're not going to give you any momentum.
And that was Westfield, who has made a number of big plays tonight. He's lined up at that left defensive end position among the 3 down linemen for Bradley. 2nd down, 11 yards to go, and nothing doing as Farragut maybe got back the yard it lost on 1st down. And so Jacobs sets him up 3rd and 10 after a pair of runs cancel each other out, -1 and +1.
You keep thinking there's going to be some momentum happening with a couple big defensive and turnovers here, but offense still sputtering.
So 3rd down, 10 yards to go from the Bradley 46. Pistol formation as Jacobs stands behind Hobson. Heatherly and Garfield, the receivers to the left side, Farhat, and I assume Johnny Jacobs to the right side. Back to pass is Corbin Hobson being pressured by Westfield, steps up in the pocket and will throw downfield, finds Heatherly at the 35, the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and the Admirals just went 46 yards on a little piece, Brett, of improvisation.
A little piece of improvisation. That's well said, Eric, and that's what, a lot of scrambling around. He thought about running it. I've said a couple hours ago we need to get the big fella back involved, the tight end, with the scramble drill. Throw it at the last second before he goes across the line. And then Heatherly shows some athleticism, scooting down the field, 6'3", 225. The big fella gets in for 6.
Corbin Hobson with his second touchdown pass of the year, and that's probably a career long for Aaron Heatherly. I feel quite safe in saying that. 46 yards as multiple Bears had cracks at him as he ran down the middle of the field, but they couldn't get the big tight end down after Hobson extended the play, threw accurately over the middle on the move. And the Admirals tack on the extra point as Ryan McHugh splits the uprights. Coleman Parrish on the snap. Noah Haig on the hold. All good. And Farragut's back in the thick of it, trailing 14-10 with 3:43 to go in our third quarter. Back in 1 minute with the kickoff. Actually, let's say 30 seconds with the kickoff as you listen to Farragut Football on West 105.
This is Derek Miser with Miser Wealth Partners. Are you still funding your 401k today? If so, you need to consider this. With our federal debt soaring past $35 trillion and the interest rate related to that debt now representing 1/6 of our federal budget, your retirement savings might not be as secure as you think. Don't leave your future to chance. Discover a wiser tax-free alternative today. Isn't it time you experience the Miser difference? Call Miser Wealth Partners today at 865-281-1616.
All of our points tonight have come following turnovers, and the Admirals have scored the last 10, a field goal late in the first half, and a touchdown just a moment ago here in the third quarter. 46 yards, Corbin Hobson to Aaron Heatherly. Kickoff's going to go to the goal line where Hubbard has a chance to return it. To the 25 to the 30, Hubbard to the 35 to the 40, breaking to the near sideline, and Farragut rides him down from behind with Logan Wright. Hubbard, electric with the ball in his hands. Another one of those guys that was at Cleveland last year and gave the Admirals fits for when they were Blue Raiders. But Hubbard to the 41-yard line is Bradley Central trying to answer Farragut's touchdown on its first possession of the third quarter, a possession that was extended by a muffed punt. Ball off the toe of Ryan McHugh. Found a bear, an unsuspecting bear, and Donovan Lloyd covered it up, gave the Admirals new life, and they cashed it in. Third and long. Hobson over the middle to Aaron Heatherly, 46 yards. Bradley from its 41-yard line, leading 14-10 with 3:33 to play. Hand off to Phelps, running left. Doubleday's being held tremendously. He couldn't get free of the offensive lineman who appeared to be holding his left arm, but forced the action back inside where more Admirals were waiting, and Phelps picks up maybe a yard.
But just what the Admirals needed. You're right, though. The Bears hit the transfer portal hard, got 4 really big playmakers. Can we stop them and get the ball back for the Ads?
Phelps, 63 yards on the night as it's second down and 9 from the 42-yard line. Ooh, and Cook is going down as Farragut brought pressure off the edge. And it was Owen Petoskey there for the Admirals. It'll be third down and long.
Petoskey absolutely whoops his man at tackle there and gets inside, makes a big sack. 3rd and 15, this place getting electric, trying to get back in this football game.
Petoskey with his second sack of the season. And so third down as Bradley, 1 of 4 on third downs. Man in motion across the formation is McCooch.
Fake
to him. Cook nowhere to go. Being
got him again.
Going down. The ball is out.
Oh, ball's out.
Ball is out, but is covered up by an offensive lineman back at the 26-yard line. So that's going to be a loss of 11 as they tried to pump fake. Farragut was still in position. They didn't buy it, and it ends up being an 11-yard loss as the Navy collapses on sophomore quarterback Tucker Cook.
Yeah, it's something we bid on a few times this year. Fake the screen, throw it deep, and we didn't bite, and the pressure came, and he sacked him. Ball came out. Timmy Gay for the Bears recovers the football, but forcing a punt.
And the punt is away by Brady Lewis.
Oh, great
It's going to take a tremendous Bradley Central roll. And down inside the 30, we'll say it's the 30-yard line where Farragut goes to work. So Farhat, good directional punt. It's not necessarily a thing of beauty from Brady Lewis, but it was effective. It was away from the return man. It took a friendly roll for the Bears, and Farragut will start from its 30-yard line with momentum. 1:20 to go in our third quarter, and the Admirals trailing 14-10.
Yeah, and it's not just your players. It's not just your coaches. It's not just your fans. Your announcers want a W as well. We haven't been in a football game in a minute. We're in about to hit the fourth quarter with a drive to take the lead. See if we can keep this thing rolling.
So Farragut checks into the ball game. Noah Haig. And it looks like Carter Collier's going to get an opportunity as well as the Admirals go with that loaded pistol look. Two running backs as Collier running left and lost yardage. 1 yard loss back to the 29-yard line as looks like the Bears probably had the first man there being Wiley Suskowitz.
Yeah, Collier started a few games early in the season, Eric. I was kind of surprised to not see him. I know he's been getting less carries, but surprised to get his first carry, about 30 minutes into this game.
10 carries, 31 yards coming in for Collier, and now Nathan Jacobs is back in the offensive backfield as the Admirals will go with the traditional pistol look. Two receivers to each side. They throw it down the line to Ethan Farragut. Farragut working inside a block. Ooh. Gets to the 39-yard line. That's kind of a generous spot, I think.
Yeah.
And Farragut will pick up 10 yards, setting up third down and short.
We don't say that often, but we'll take it in that situation. Probably give him another extra yard to force 3rd and 1 instead of 2. But this front 3 for the Bears has gotten a lot of pressure. Can we convert 3rd and short?
Farragut 4 of 10 on 3rd down tonight as heavily sets up off of left tackle M.J. Keener. Snap comes back, handoff Jacobs. He's got the first down, 45, 50 to midfield where the nose guard makes the tackle as the Admirals move for 11 yards, a 3rd down conversion and a Hearthside bank. First down, and Brett, that was reminiscent of a couple of runs in the first half.
Yeah, we saw a few of those, and I'll tell you where you're most effective, running away from number 13. When he cannot, because he's not just, if you watch him, he's not just big. He's also faster and quicker than our offensive line. And when you're bigger, faster, and quicker, usually a recipe for success, I would suggest running to the left.
Final seconds of the third quarter ticking away, and Farragut with the ball at midfield, trailing, visiting Bradley Central by a score of 14-10. Let's get a 1-minute break. We'll return with fourth quarter action on the other side as you listen to Farragut Football, presented by Precision Garage Door Service, a name you can trust.
You never think about your garage door until there's a little
Oh, no.
Or even the occasional
Now that can be good.
That's why the pros at Precision Garage Door Service are available same day with fully stocked trucks to fix it fast. So we can turn into
oh my, wow.
Precision Garage Door Service, the name you can trust.
Here at the Mike Dyer Agency, we know insurance coverage options can be overwhelming. That's why we partner with Nationwide to help you find the best protection for you and your family's needs. Give us a call today at 865-966-2111 to learn more. Or visit our website at MikeDyerInsuranceAgency.com. And remember, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
Gotta love it when the equipment's working, Brett. It gives you an opportunity to actually do things pertaining to the on-air commentary. Indeed, that was the career-long catch for Aaron Heatherly, 30 yards longer than his previous best. And the touchdown in the third quarter, the only points belonging to the Admirals as they now trail 14-10. 1st and 10 from midfield, now handed to Jacobs. And Nathan Jacobs off the left side will pick up a couple of yards, actually maybe 3 to the 47 before he disappears into a mass of Bradley Central white jerseys. And so now Jacobs with 52 yards on the night, and Farragut set up 2nd down and 7 at the Bradley Central 47-yard line. 2 receivers right as well as Heatherly the H-back. Single receiver left for Farragut. Leaves Max Garfield. Nathan Jacobs behind Corbin Hobson in the pistol as Farragut moves left to right in this fourth quarter, and the freshman runs into a wall. Absolutely nothing doing off Farragut's left side. As off the bottom of the pile for Bradley Central was Anthony Perez. It'll be 3rd down, 7 yards to go.
Yeah, 3rd and 7. Anderson Glover, sophomore, going to come into the game, a receiver.
Glover checks in. Jacobs checks out. So the Admirals with an empty set, 5 receivers, 4, and the H-back Heatherly.
Yep.
So from the far side hash, and the 47-yard line. 3rd down 7. Here comes the blitz. Hobson moving to his right, throws. He's got Jacobs. First down yardage at the 38-yard line. Move the chains as the Admirals. Hobson delivers the ball accurately, moving to his right. Jacobs slides to the turf, makes the 9-yard reception.
Yeah, nice catch. Just kind of found the pressure, got away from it. Scramble drill, nice catch by Jacobs going into diving for the catch.
Another Hearthside Bank first down, and for Jacobs, his first catch of the night, I do believe. Again, I'm not sure about that first play of the second quarter that netted 1 yard. Glover checks out. Farragut gets Jacobs, the running back in. They'll throw to Farhat right side, and he works downfield inside the 30 to the 26, and that'll be another first down for the Admirals. Back-to-back Hearthside Bank first downs through the air.
Yeah, just a little quick out there and good blocking by the receivers downfield. So what you want to do, get Farhat the football in space. He does something with it. Inside the 30, now to the 26 of the Bears.
Where it's 1st and 10, Farragut having picked up its 11th Hearthside Bank first down of the night. So the Admirals on the near side hash as they move left to right in this fourth quarter. 9:50 to play, Farragut trailing 14-10. Snap comes back from Zooks. Hobson hands it off to Jacobs, and Jacobs through a hole on the right side, gets inside the 25, down to the 23. It'll be a 3-yard gain and bring up 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, I never would want to say he's going to be as good as his older brother, who was fantastic at receiver the last couple years for the Admirals until graduation. But Jacobs going to be a fun one to watch run the football the next 4 years.
23-yard line, Farragut inching closer to the red zone. They've not been there all night long. 2nd down and 7. Back to pass. Hobson looks right, now pulls it down, goes left, throws over the middle, caught at the 10-yard line, and the ball's then stripped out. Garfield is stripped of the ball, and Bradley Central has its 3rd takeaway of the night. Coming up with it will be Spencer McCooch.
Yeah, it was really, the ball was on the side of his hip. Looked like he had just come up with it, and they're either going to call him, nope, they discussed it to see if he was maybe down, but they discuss it, and the Zebras say it is a fumble. 1st and 10 Bears, looks like on the Admiral 8. Excuse me, their own 8.
Garfield stripped of the ball and then pouncing on it. Bradley Central's McCooch. Turnover number 3 of the night for Farragut.
He did attack that football. He was trying to strip it out.
So Bradley starting from its 8-yard line, hands off to Phelps. Phelps up the middle, and that ball nearly came out as he crossed the 15. Good hard run between the tackles by Phelps on first down out to the 16. 2nd down and short, and he's a little slow to get up.
Yeah, it was a physical run. He got popped, though, at the end of it. Very physical run. Got 7 or 8, just what the doctor ordered for the Bears to get out of no man's land there.
.71 yards now for Phelps on the night. They'll hand it to him again, running right. Phelps to the 25, nearly tracked down by Farragut's Harrison Smith. But from the 16-yard line, that's a Hearthside Bank first down run of 9, setting Bradley up at the 25.
Yeah, and it was a one-on-one tackle, or he may be gone. Talk about Harrison Smith playing the football, making tackles in space. He did it last year. Some kids have a knack for that. He really does, about breaking down, making sure he finds the angles and finds the ball carrier.
11th Hearthside Bank first down of the evening for Bradley Central. So they got some breathing room now to the 25-yard line. And there's almost a missed handoff.
Whoa.
And now here comes Petoskey, as well as for Farragut, Haddad. And the two meet at the quarterback after a high snap through the timing of the playoff. No handoff made, and then snowed under is the quarterback, Tucker Cook.
Yeah, Haddad, only 5'8", 175, in there for Brooker, who's a talented sophomore backer. But I like the way Haddad plays. Real aggressive, undersized, but he'll get after it. Aggression is half the battle, and the Petoskey just out there leveling people.
Now can Farragut capitalize on throwing Bradley for a 7-yard loss on first down? Snap comes back. Cook hands off to Phelps. Phelps cuts it upfield and gets across the 22 to the 23. That'll be a 5-yard gain and bring up 3rd down.
Thought they missed a hold on Doubleday again, but 3rd and about 12 or so. Admirals got to get off the field here, get the football back. 7 minutes and 12 seconds left in this game. Admirals do have all 3 of their timeouts, down by 4.
1 of 5 on third down is Bradley Central tonight. And so the ball between the hash marks for the Bears as they scrimmage from their 23-yard line. Back to pass. Cook has time, throws right side, and it's caught, but short of the first down. At the 32-yard line, skying to make the catch was the H-back, Javon James.
Yeah, it was just a little out route, Eric, but I was shocked because I thought we were in good position to make the play, and they come up with it.
But it's fourth down, and they're going to at least give the appearance they're going for it out of the Wildcat with Braden Carroll.
They've been successful with this.
They will snap it. Carroll runs it up the middle. He's got the first down, and he's gone. He broke through the line, and you stack the line trying to stop the fourth down, and yet again we see an opponent score a touchdown on a fourth down play.
Yeah, that's a stat you talked about pregame. Carroll really patient when he runs that quarterback scramble, right? And boy, was it open. He was patient. The hole parted, and he was gone.
67 yards, and so after Farragut's turnover, the Bears go 92 yards. A Hearthside Bank first down run and a whole lot more for Braden Carroll, as now it is 20-10 with an extra point pending. 6:14 to play. Canales with the kick that is up and good. So a 67-yard, 4th and 2, 67-yard touchdown run for Braden Carroll on 4th and 2, and Bradley leads Farragut 21-10 with 6:14 to play. Back in 30 seconds with the kickoff as you listen to Farragut football on West 105.
This is Leanne for Valley Plumbing. We are a local family-owned plumbing company specializing in water heater repair and replacement, clogged drains, broken pipes, and most importantly, taking care of you, the customer. We service all of West Knoxville, Loudoun, Blount, and Anderson counties. We offer same-day service, and we want to be your first and your last call. Call us at 213-3360, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or visit valleyplumbingtn.com.
So the Admirals trailing now 21-10, and every turnover tonight has led to points. Kick sails downfield off the toe of Canales. Ethan Farragut inside the 5. Brings it back to the 15, and not much farther than that. Good downfield coverage by Bradley Central, and so we'll say Farragut from about the 17-yard line goes back to work, needing 2 scores with less or just over half the fourth quarter remaining.
Yeah, that was a big one. 4th and 2, you're trying to get the football back. They bring in obviously the running quarterback to run some Wildcat. He goes for 6 to make it a 2-score game just like that with, like you said, just over 6 minutes to go.
Corbin Hobson takes the snap. They set up the screen, flare it out to Nathan Jacobs on the left side, and Jacobs gets to the 20. Flag comes in, and
that rule drives me crazy. They're going to call a crackback block because you can't do that now. You have to just play patty cake with them, and we leveled. Yep, personal foul, crackback. Crackback block, you just got to be gentle. You can't play football there. You've got to be patty cake with it.
So,
I don't like it.
No.
Some would have called that football back in the day.
Yeah.
But
so I guess they're going to say that the yardage counts statistically. Jacobs with 3 yards, and then half the distance of the goal, you penalize Farragut 10. That's 64 yards in penalties now for Farragut as they fire it right side. And this will be Farhat, nowhere to go. Hubbard on the tackle for Bradley Central, and was a flag thrown?
Yeah, looks like there's some Admiral faithful clapping that there may have been a personal foul on them.
Looked like no gain on the play to Farragut. Personal foul on Bradley. And they'll move it 15 yards, and Farragut's going to get a first down.
That was needed. I believe they called that on Hubbard.
So a 1-yard gain to Farragut, then a 15-yard penalty on Bradley.
Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 1.
Yes, 2nd and 1, okay. So not quite enough for the first. And so the Admirals from the 26-yard line, 2nd down, 1 yard to go. Hobson takes the snap, throws deep, looking for Glover, and he'll not be able to track it down at the Bradley 32-yard line. In coverage for the Bears was Jaden Gray, and that'll bring up 3rd down and short. I like the shot downfield. Brett, we were talking a little bit after last week's game that there was no vertical aspect to Farragut's game at Upperman. At least make them respected. Of course, you know, as quickly as Westfield's been getting in there, it's hard to throw the ball downfield unless you leave the pocket. But Farragut did a good job that time double-teaming Westfield.
Yeah, I was watching that. I think that's what they've decided to do. They're going to have to double the big fella.
3rd down for Farragut, and off the right side, they get the first down push.
Yep, just enough. Avoided Westfield, who shot in the backfield again, but got just enough for the first down. The freshman back does, but you've got to pick it up. 21-10, 5:25 left in this football game. Got to have 2 scores.
Farragut picks up the Hearthside Bank first down. It's 12th of the night. Hearthside Bank in Farragut, located on the southeast corner of Kingston Pike and Concord Road. Hobson back to pass. Throws down the near sideline, looking for Johnny Jacobs, and a little bit wide of the mark as Jacobs unable to make the catch. Ball thrown slightly out of bounds. Jacobs trying to make an adjustment, somehow keep his feet in bounds, unable to do so. And a little bit shaken up, might have landed awkwardly perhaps on his right wrist.
Yeah, and Hobson shaken up as well. They're still double teaming Westfield. He's still getting home and kind of dinged up the quarterback on that potential sack when he lets go of the football.
5:08 to play as the clock stopped with the incomplete pass, and Farragut trailing 21-10 from the 28-yard line. Bradley with 4 on the line up front. Hobson pump fakes. Now will drop it off short, and Haskins makes the catch, his first of the season, and to the 34-yard line. That'll be a 6-yard gain as the pass goes to John Haskins.
Good to see a senior wide receiver get his first catch of the season, possibly career, and he's in there at a big time. It was a big catch. Going to force a 3rd and 4, though.
Farragut converted 3rd a moment ago on the run, but this one 3rd down and about 4.5 to go. Trips left, single receiver right, back to passes. Hobson throws quickly, looking for the inside receiver, and Farragut goes up but cannot make the catch. So threw it a little bit high, and it'll bring up 4th down as clock stops with 4:44 to go.
Yeah, and that's pretty wild, Eric. It is 4th and 4 with 4:44 left to go. It's called 4s across the board, and boy, do we need this first down.
Garfield and Heatherly to the left, Farragut, and perhaps Jacobs to the right. Hobson flushed, giving ground, and threw it away on 4th down. Over on downs. So 34-yard line.
Not sure you can do that on 4th and 4, just throw it away. But we do, and it's going to be a turnover on downs, and a lot of Admiral faithful heading to the exits, down by 11 with 4:34 left in this one.
Farragut right there in the thick of it, just needing to hold Bradley, which was going to roll the dice and go for it on 4th down on its end of the field.
Yep.
And when they busted through the line with Wildcat quarterback Braden Carroll, he was off to the races. And that's the difference really in this ball game, that 67-yard touchdown run earlier this quarter by Braden Carroll, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. Phelps running right for Bradley Central, pushes the pile inside the 30, keeps churning. It's a rugby scrum, and he's down to about the 26-yard line, so an 8-yard gain for Kenyon Phelps on first down.
Yeah, he runs hard, continuing to run hard for the Bears in the backfield.
Second down and short, 4 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in this one as the clock runs. The ball perfectly in the middle of the field. Bradley Central moving right to left in this fourth quarter. And they got the Wildcat package in with Braden Carroll at quarterback. Phelps off to his right. And they'll just run power with Carroll up the middle. And Carroll inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line. That's going to be a 7-yard gain and a Hearthside Bank first down.
Yeah, the Wildcat with Phelps has been very effective tonight. Like I said, he's super patient when he runs it, looking for the hole, waiting for the play to develop. Another first down for the Bears from Phillips.
Braden Carroll with, by my count, 6 carries, 78 yards now on the night. And Bradley's back in the red zone where they've scored previously. Hand off to Phelps out of the Wildcat. Phelps running right, gets north and south, down to the 10, continues to push to the 5, and that's going to be a Hearthside Bank first down with 3 minutes to play as they mark him down around the 4-yard line.
Yeah, and you got Westfield in there blocking the big fella when they run the Wildcat, which makes it even scarier. Like I said, gave it to Phelps on that one.
13 Hearthside Bank first downs, and so now same formation with the 2 blocking backs, and Bradley got an early start off the right side. Westfield, the tight end on the right, along with his tackle next to him, jumping early. And so back them up 5. That makes it a little bit better from the Farragut perspective. But the Admirals needing a scoop and score at this point. Back it up to the 7 on the 5-yard step off against Bradley. .252 to play. From the 7-yard line, ball on the far side hash. 2 blocking backs in front of Braden Carroll, who hands off to the running back alongside him, and he is going to be tripped up and dropped by Owen Petoskey back at the 10-yard line. That'll be a 3-yard loss for Kenyon Phelps.
Can't say enough about Owen Petoskey. I've said it a million times. The guy's motor is never ending. We could give him the defensive MVP every week. It doesn't matter the score. He's going to play to his best every time. Probably the MVP of this football team. Well done again by number 99.
So timeout being used by Farragut as the Admirals trail it 21-10 and 2:42 remaining. Bradley's 2 previous trips into the red zone ended with 1-yard touchdown runs by Braden Carroll as the Wildcat quarterback. That was late in the first quarter, only 3 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and then with 7:14 to go in the second quarter, Carroll got his second touchdown, his third touchdown coming earlier this quarter on that 67-yard touchdown run on 4th and 2. So second down and goal to go from the 10.5-yard line for Bradley Central. They'll stay with the Wildcat look. Carroll at quarterback as he runs left, cuts it upfield, gets inside the 5, and is brought down at that point. Farragut had, I think, the extra defensive lineman making the tackle, Luca Hoffer. A little 2-way action for Luca tonight. Call it a 6-yard gain for Carroll, giving him 84 yards rushing now. And it's third down and goal to go for Bradley.
Yep, 2:15 left. Going to be hard to stop Phillips as they Carroll as they keep him in the Wildcat.
Farragut's done so well tonight on third down. They've done a lot of things well tonight.
Yeah.
They are 1 of 6 on third down. And now, after using the play clock, Bradley will call a timeout with 1:52 remaining. So both teams with 2 timeouts remaining, 1:52 to go. And Bradley facing 3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line. You would think, Brett, with this Wildcat package, that if they wanted to perhaps lob the ball over the top to the tight end, that would probably be available to them, whether that be Brady Lewis or A.J. Westfield, perhaps Zane McIntosh, any of those guys. You got to focus so much on the run.
Right.
And everybody's bunched in there so closely, it would be so easy to lose somebody.
Yeah, I assume that would be wide open, but I think they feel so comfortable with Carroll finding the zone and finding a way to get in, especially with 2 plays to do it. I'm not sure they're going to kick this field goal. So they feel like they've got a couple plays to do this.
Carroll takes the snap, hesitates, looks for a cutback lane, and won't get there. Connor Paris in on the tackle.
Yeah, and a late flag. It's going to be 4th and 1, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, you're definitely going to accept this. A minute 43 left. Have 2 timeouts. Now, they might kick the field goal now, but we'll see what they do here. It's going to be 3rd and goal now, Eric, from the 12.
.143 remaining. Again, stay with us as part of our post-game show. We'll be selecting our Blair House Antiques Player of the Game. Maybe players of the game. Sometimes we'll go offense, defense. So, timeout.
Admirals had to take a timeout there. Wouldn't the clock stop for the offensive penalty? That's what I would assume.
Well, the clock was stopped.
Why do we have to call a timeout? Because we're down to 1. They said it was on us.
I didn't see the indication from the official. I would almost think that perhaps that was said in error. I don't know. I would think Bradley would have been the team taking the timeout here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Scoreboard moved it down too, but that's definitely the indication they gave.
You saw the official's indication?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I just don't understand it.
Third down, goal to go from the 12. Bradley on the near side hash. And unbalanced to the right with this power set. Wildcat quarterback Braden Carroll.
They're going to stay in the Wildcat. Pretty interesting, Eric, from 3rd and goal from the 12.
Dewante McMillan, one of the big bodies in the offensive backfield, along with Zane McIntosh, as Carroll takes it, runs right, looking for the corner, trying to turn the corner, and Farragut's Harrison Smith pushed him out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. And so now 1:37 to play.
Yeah, 4th down. Might think about kicking this one to go up 14, and I believe the Bears will kick the 27-yard field goal to try to go up 2 scores.
So Canales is 1 for 1 on field goals this year, a 35-yarder. 16 of 16 on his PATs. So Canales to attempt the field goal. Tucker Cook, the quarterback, is the holder. Maddox Hampton, the long snapper. It's on the far side hash for the left-footed kicker, so he needs to push it. And the kick is true from, 27 yards. Yep. From 27 yards, it is good, and so they convert in the red zone with 3. Canales connects, and with 1:37 remaining, it is Bradley 24 and Farragut 10. Back in 30 seconds with the kickoff as you listen to Farragut Football on West 105.
Whether you're cheering on the home team or building your dream home, David's Abbey Carpet and Floors has you covered. From engineered hardwood to luxury vinyl, elegant porcelain to natural stone, David's has the winning design for every room and the championship team ready to help you score the perfect floor. Locally owned and proud to serve our communities from locations in Farragut, Maryville, and Pigeon Forge. Visit David's Abbey Carpet and Floors in-store or online today, where the Admirals shop for floors.
So Bradley leading it 24-10 after Noah Canales knocks through a 27-yard field goal, and now Canales approaches for our Rick Terry Jewelry Design kickoff, and that will sail down to Ethan Farhat at the 3-yard line. Farhat bringing it to the near side, the 15, and to the 17, no more. Bradley has had good coverage on kickoffs tonight. A.J. Bentley, I believe, making at least his second special teams tackle for Bradley Central. So the Admirals a long way to go and a short time to get there, trailing by 14 with 1:29 to play.
Yep, one timeout left for the Admirals, down 2 scores, minute 29.
Farragut from its 17-yard line. Trips left, single receiver right. Got Aaron Heatherly off to the right of Corbin Hobson. They brought a blitz. Hobson flushed to his right, takes off running, and scampers out of bounds at the 19-yard line, a 2-yard gain.
And scrambles for 2 there as there's more pressure from the Bears. Most of the time Westfield or a little bit of McIntosh.
Second down, 8. Trips left, single receiver right. Again, Aaron Heatherly off to the right of Corbin Hobson. Hobson takes the snap from Zooks, steps up, is going to run again, and
ball's out.
Came down at the 19-yard line. Farragut covered up the football, and the Admirals use a timeout, which may be their last. Scoreboard says it's their last.
Yep.
It's a timeout on the field. Bradley broke on top, scoring late in the first quarter following a Farragut fumble. Anthony Perez with the recovery at the Farragut 23. They cashed that into 7 with 3 seconds remaining in the first quarter on a Carroll keeper out of the Wildcat. Then Lindsey picked off Hobson, returned it to the Farragut 24. Shortly thereafter, Carroll had his second rushing touchdown of the night, another 1-yarder, as Bradley went up 14-0 with 7:14 to go in the first half. Farragut late in the first half, following a fumble by the Bradley running back, Kenyon Phelps, got a field goal from Ryan McHugh, 27 yards to cut it to 14-3, pulled to 10-14, down 4 with 3:43 to go on third on the 45-yard touchdown pass to Aaron Heatherly. But Bradley has since answered, and now Hobson nowhere to go, can't find an open receiver, and Bears converge and drop him back at the 14-yard line. And on the sack was Anthony Perez.
Yep, Anthony Perez, big sack there, 4th down now after the sack by the Bears, 50 seconds left, 4th and 18.
4th down for Farragut. And Hobson throws, and Glover makes the catch at the 30. It's a 4th down conversion as the Admirals move from the 12 out to the 30, an 18-yard gain.
Yeah, nice pitch and catch there. Hobson and
Glover.
Glover getting one of his first catches.
Back to pass. Hobson from the 30-yard line steps up and goes down. A.J. Westfield making the play, and that's going to be a 4-yard loss.
Who? Yeah, he's played okay.
Yeah.
I'd say we don't collect defensive stats, but multiple sacks, multiple pressures, multiple double teams. Westfield hit the transfer portal, moves to Bradley, and he's been effective.
Yep. 4-yard loss, and now a pass to Farhat as he sits down right side, and just as the ball arrives, so does the defender, Jaden Gray, jarring it loose, so incomplete. 3rd down.
8 seconds left in this ball game.
So Bradley's going to move to 3-1 and 2-0 in the region. Farragut's going to fall to 0-4, 0-1 in the region. As the Admirals out of timeouts, third down, long to go from the 26-yard line. Zooks back to Corbin Hobson. Hobson to his right, throws over the middle. Jacobs makes a nice catch at the 36, moves to the 45, out to the 46, a 20-yard gain, and that'll be the final play of the ball game.
Nice catch by Jacobs there.
Yep, it was a nice play, a 20-yard gain as Johnny Jacobs makes his second catch of the night. Farragut picks up a Hearthside Bank first down on the final play of the ball game, but it is Bradley Central which pulls away with 10 fourth-quarter points. All of our scoring tonight coming following turnovers. Actually, that last one was Farragut going over on downs in its own territory. But 3 times tonight, Bradley Central had a short field, and all 3 times they capitalized. 17 of their 24 points coming in those situations. Their other points came on the 4th and 2 gamble on their own end, and it paid off big time for Bradley Central as the Wildcat quarterback Braden Carroll broke through the line and sprinted 67 yards to pay dirt for the biggest play of the ball game. That put Bradley up 21-10 with 6:14 to play. So the Admirals battled back, got the stop they needed early in the second half, extended a possession when McHugh's punt bounded off an unsuspecting Bradley Bear and was recovered by Donovan Lloyd. The Admirals capitalized with a 46-yard touchdown pass. Scrambling Hobson able to find Aaron Heatherly over the middle for the big play. That got him to within 14-10, but again, from there on out, it was Bradley Central responding with 10 straight points. The Admirals down close, had a chance to maybe take the lead, but they were able to strip the ball away from the Farragut wide receiver. McCook with the recovery at the Bradley Central 8, and that then is what led in that fourth quarter to the long drive, the long touchdown run on 4th and 2 by Braden Carroll, one of 3 touchdowns tonight for Carroll. 24-10, the final score. Again, Farragut falls to 0-4 overall, 0-1 in the region now, and Bradley 3-1 overall, 2-0 in region play. We'll get a 3-minute break and return on the other side with our post-game show. We'll be selecting the Blair House Antiques Players of the Game as part of that. So stay tuned. We'll get a look at the stats, other scores of interest from around East Tennessee, and look ahead to next week as the Admirals face another stiff challenge. They go over to Maryville next Friday night. Meanwhile, Bradley will be home hosting Red Bank next Friday night. Non-region matchup for the Bears of Bradley Central. Back in 3 minutes with the post-game show as you listen to Farragut Football, presented by Precision Garage Door Service, a name you can trust.
WFIV 105.3 FM, Loudon, Farragut, Lenore City.
You're listening to West 105.
You never think about your garage door until there's a little... Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Or even the occasional...
Now that can be good.
That's why the pros at Precision Garage Door Service are available same day with fully stocked trucks to fix it fast. So we can turn into...
Oh my, wow.
Precision Garage Door Service, the name you can trust.
Banking should feel personal, and at Hearthside Bank, we make sure it does. With services designed for you, from everyday banking to complex loans, we're here when you need us. Visit our Farragut branch today and discover the difference of banking with a local team that is always within reach. Hearthside Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Fisher Tire has supported the Mission of Hope for years. Mission of Hope is a ministry that provides resources for students and families living in poverty in Tennessee and Kentucky rural Appalachia. You could join us in helping Mission of Hope. Just Google Mission of Hope Knoxville and click their website for options like volunteering a few hours a week, participate in their golf tournament and other events, or donate funds. You may be surprised how good this makes you feel. Thank you on behalf of the Fisher Tire family.
Fantastic customer service, a knowledgeable team, expert craftsmen, and so many 5-star reviews. Hi, I'm Rick Terry with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. My family and I have been serving West Knoxville and Farragut for well over 30 years. If you've never checked us out, please do. Better yet, come see us for yourself. On the corner of Kingston Pike and Campbell Station Road, look for the topiary of the Big Diamond Ring. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, we want to be your jeweler. A proud sponsor of Farragut football.
Where do you go for shrimp straight from the Gulf, wild salmon, and the best clam chowder in the South? The Shrimp Dock, Knoxville's premier fresh seafood market. The Shrimp Dock has fish delivered from the Atlantic, Pacific, and Gulf multiple times per week. Whether it's fish on the grill for two or a shrimp boil tailgate party for family and friends, the Shrimp Dock is your home for fresh seafood and shellfish. 3 locations to serve you: Farragut, Bearden, and Alcoa. All locations open at 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday and at 11 a.m. on Sundays. Like us on Facebook for the Fish of the Week and other weekly specials. The Shrimp Dock, Knoxville's premier fresh seafood market.
Hey, it's Matthew Bryan. Trust my local insurance team and me at Bryan Insurance Group for all your insurance needs. Personal or business insurance, our team will find the most affordable rates and coverage you need. Call us at 865-983-8114 or find us online at bryaninsurance.com.
Hi, this is John Blair from Blair House. This time of year is filled with birthdays and anniversaries that call for gifting that is both personal and unique. At Blair House, we offer a wide variety of jewelry, chandeliers, and other unique and hard-to-find gifts for when the gift must be perfect. Blair House, your time-tested connection to the treasures of the past. Blair House, 210 North Forest Park Boulevard in Bearden.
Follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Blair House Antiques, Knoxville.
Eric Gerhardt, Brett Clendenin back with you here at Farragut's Eddie Courtney Stadium as we get our post-game show underway. Nick Blankenship, behind the camera, and Dusty Street back in our WFIV studios. And appreciate you joining us tonight. We had an entertaining night of high school football, but more frustration for the Admirals as they were rallying in the second half and had themselves an opportunity to perhaps take the lead, drawing ever closer to the goal line, but a fumble down close. Bradley recovered it, and then not too long after, the Bears were facing 4th down and 2, and on their own end of the field, 33-yard line, they went for it out of the Wildcat package, which was pretty successful for Bradley. Consistently churned out yards tonight, so they felt good about going for it. And Carroll made them feel great about it when it was all said and done, because the senior transfer from crosstown rival Cleveland broke off a 67-yard touchdown gallop to open up a 21-10 lead midway through the 4th quarter, and the Admirals were unable to rebound. Eventually turned the ball over on downs in their own end of the field. That led to a 27-yard field goal by Noah Canales, and the final points of the night as they won at 24. Bradley Central won it 24-10. Bradley jumped out to a 14-0 lead. A couple of touchdowns following Farragut turnovers. The Admirals fumbled. Anthony Perez with a recovery at the Farragut 23. So Carroll, that led to a Carroll 1-yard touchdown run out of the Wildcat. Carroll would score again, same situation as the Wildcat quarterback on a 1-yard run following the interception by Tay Lindsay, which gave Bradley possession of the ball at the Farragut 24. So that was how they built their 14-0 lead. And then Farragut late in the half, after Phelps fumbled near midfield, I think Farragut's Anderson Glover forced the fumble. The Admirals moved from the 38-yard line into Bradley territory, where they opted for a 41-yard field goal, which Ryan McHugh knocked through with only 13 seconds to go until halftime. So Admirals were down 14-3 at halftime. They got a stop coming out, and then looked like they were going on a 3-and-out as they actually went backwards with Bradley's defense throwing them for loss on 1st down and 2nd down, and if I remember correctly, incomplete pass on 3rd down. So Ryan McHugh comes on to punt. His punt's angled towards the Farragut sideline, and it found a Bradley player unaware of where the ball was. It ricocheted off of him and at close range right to Donovan Lloyd. Never even saw it from our angle up here. Hit the Bradley player, but it was right in front of the Farragut bench. You could see the response by everybody down there. And after a very brief conference, the officials agreed, and Donovan Lloyd, with the fumble recovery off the muff punt, gave Farragut new life at the Bradley 46. And Hobson under serious heat, flush from the pocket, looking like perhaps he was once more going to tuck it down and scramble for what he could get. Instead, was able to find over the middle late in the play before crossing the line of scrimmage his tight end Aaron Heatherly, and Heatherly broke away from a couple of Bradley Bears as he streaked right up the middle of the field, 46 yards, a career-long 46 yards for Aaron Heatherly, as the Admirals, with their only touchdown of the night, that pulled them to within 14-10 with 3:43 to play in the third. And defense, all the momentum was on Farragut's side. The defense forced a 3 and out. The offense was driving from its own 30. The pass actually went down in the red zone inside the 10, but again, that was when the Bears did a good job pulling the ball away from Farragut wide receiver Max Garfield, and it was Spencer McCooch for Bradley Central coming up with the recovery that again led to the 92-yard drive, the 67-yard touchdown run by Braden Carroll on 4th and 2, the resulting 21-10 lead, and ultimately 24-10 victory for Bradley Central here this evening. 2 turnovers for the Bears, 3 turnovers for Farragut. I had Bradley with 13 Hearthside Bank first downs tonight, Farragut with 14. On third down, the Admiral defense did a great job. By my numbers, Bradley Central 1 of 7 on third down tonight. Farragut, meanwhile, vastly improved on third down, 8 of 16. They came into the ballgame at 27% on third down, and early on, 1 of 4. But they picked it up as the game went along, converted some third downs again, 8 of 16. Easily best performance of the year by the offense in those situations. On fourth down, Bradley was 1 of 2. The 1 was absolutely huge. Again, that was the 67-yard touchdown run by Carroll. We mentioned it in the pregame that it had been an Achilles for Farragut this season, unable to get those crucial fourth down stops where teams not only picked up a fourth down, but it would go for significantly more yardage and a touchdown, and that bit them again here tonight. Although in this situation, you certainly understand, you stacked the line trying to get the fourth down stop, and when you didn't, there really was no last line of defense, and Carroll, with outstanding speed, raced to the end zone. But 1 of 2 on fourth down were the Bears. The Admirals were 1 of 3 on fourth down. Bradley, 7 penalties tonight for 70 yards. Farragut, 7 penalties tonight for 64 yards. Looking at the individual stats for Farragut, Corbin Hobson, oftentimes under pressure tonight from that stout defensive line of the Bears, led by A.J. Westfield, heck of a player. I don't know who's looking at, somebody should be looking at him. I'm sure there are schools looking at him, but there is no doubt Westfield can play at the next level and be an impact player at the next level. But Hobson, 10 carries, 4 yards. Nathan Jacobs, 21 carries, 57 yards. Charlie Noble, 2 carries, 4 yards. Carter Collier, 1 carry, -1. So 34 rushing attempts, 64 yards. What really jumps out at you is that Farragut just could not get hardly anything going on the ground in the second half. Nathan Jacobs did pop one 11-yard run in the second half, but otherwise it was really tough sledding, as Farragut had 20 rushes for 62 yards at halftime and picked up only 2 yards on 14 additional rushing attempts in the second half. Now, some of those weren't designed rushes. It was Corbin Hobson scrambling, but still, there is no doubt that while Farragut wasn't churning out yardage on the ground in the first half, they were far more productive before halftime, and the Bears clamped down most definitely in the second half on the Farragut run game. So again, 34 rushes, 64 yards through the air. Corbin Hobson, 17 of 27 tonight for 175. The touchdown to Aaron Heatherly. He was also picked off once. That interception made by Tay Lindsay, the free safety for Bradley Central. Also, there was a clock. They spiked it to kill the clock So 0 for 1. So combined passing number 17 of 28, 175. Johnny Jacobs had a couple of catches, good for 29 yards. Ethan Farragut, 4 for 29 yards. John Haskins, his first career catch tonight. Congratulations to the senior. Catch late in this ball game, good for 6 yards. Max Garfield had 4 catches for 38 yards. Anderson Glover, 2 for 22. Nathan Jacobs, 1 for 3. Aaron Heatherly, 3 for 48, including the 46-yard touchdown reception. So Farragut with 175 through the air, 64 on the ground, 239 yards of offense tonight for Farragut. Looking at Bradley Central's side of the stat sheet, it was Kenyon Phelps carrying the ball 17 times for 105 yards. Tucker Cook, the quarterback, harassed much of the evening. Farragut got good pressure on the sophomore quarterback. Cook, 5 carries, minus 13 yards. Braden Carroll, he was a pain in Farragut's side last year playing for Cleveland. He was a pain again tonight playing for Bradley Central. A year ago, Carroll had a rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown as Cleveland won at home over visiting Farragut. Tonight, Carroll had 3 rushing touchdowns, including the big backbreaker that went 67 yards to the house in the fourth quarter. So Carroll, 8 carries, 86 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Then the team with a kneel down to end the first half, minus 2. 26 rushing attempts, 176 yards, and the 3 Braden Carroll touchdowns. Tucker Cook, meanwhile, goes 9 of 14 through the air for 79 yards. He connected with Carroll for 4 of those passes, good for 51 yards. So even more damage that Carroll did. That was all in the first half. Spencer McCooch, a couple of catches for 2 yards. Brady Lewis, the big tight end, 2 catches for 16 yards. Javon James, Dusty.
You're back.
So we were running down the stats. I'm not exactly sure when we dropped. But briefly, I'll tell you, Farragut, 34 rushing attempts, 64 yards through the air. Corbin Hobson, 17 of 27, 175. And Farragut ends up with 240 yards of total offense tonight. As for Bradley Central, Kenyon Phelps, 17 carries, 105 yards. The quarterback, Tucker Cook, 5 carries, minus 13 yards. Braden Carroll, 8 carries, 86 yards. The team on a kneel down to end the first half, minus 2. So 26 rushing attempts, 176 yards, and the 3 Braden Carroll touchdown runs. Tucker Cook through the air, 9 of 14 for 79 yards. 4 of his completions went to Braden Carroll, good for 51 yards. Spencer McCooch, 2 receptions, good for 2 yards. The tight end, Brady Lewis, 2 catches for 16 yards. And Javon James, 1 catch for 10 yards. That adds up, and so that's going to be 255 total yards of offense tonight for Bradley Central. And again, Farragut was sitting at 240. At halftime, the Admirals were down 14-3, and they had outgained Bradley Central 100 yards to 92, but the turnovers had taken place on their end of the field, and Bradley Central had capitalized on both, and the Bears continued to cash in what opportunities came their way as the second half played out as well. But again, pretty even night when you look at Hearthside Bank first downs, even the number of turnovers. Farragut actually was much, much better in third down, but the Bears get it done with a 24-10 victory. 7 in the first for Bradley, 7 in the second for the Bears. Farragut answers with a late field goal in the second quarter. Then in the third quarter, the only touchdown or the only points belonged to Farragut, the 46-yard touchdown from Corbin Hobson to Aaron Heatherly. 14-10, Bradley leading heading to the fourth. The Admirals driving, perhaps to take the lead, but fumble down close to the goal line. Bradley comes off the goal line, scores a touchdown going the other way on the 4th down and 2 play that went 67 yards to the house by Wildcat quarterback Braden Carroll, and then tacked on a field goal late. 24-10 the final, as Bradley scores the only points in the fourth quarter, 10 for the Bears in the final stanza. So Bradley now 3-1, 2-0 in region play. Farragut 0-4, off to an 0-1 start in the region. So that's a look at a rundown of everything we saw here for a look at what's gone on elsewhere around East Tennessee. Here's Brett Clendenin.
Thank you, Eric. We've got Maryville gets the win tonight over Cleveland, 44-7. Westridge takes care of Hardin Valley tonight, 35-18. Science Hill all over Bearden, 35-0 tonight. Oak Ridge gets the win over Dobbins Bennett, 23-7. Gibbs over Morristown East, 49-7. Tennessee High over Cott County tonight, 35-0. Sevier County destroys Daniel Boone tonight, 41-0. David Crockett beats Morristown West, 29-21. Gatlinburg Pittman beats Fulton, 44-18. Granger loses a close one to Cherokee, 27-24. Jellicoe over Sunbright, 20-6 tonight. Northview Academy gets the win over Pigeon Forge, 28-8. Greenville over Seymour, 49-6. Eagleton Academy up 38-13 on Sullivan East late. Elizabethton over Volunteer tonight, 21-7. Central all over Campbell County tonight, 34-0. Clinton over Carnes tonight, 21-10. Oakdale loses big to Coalfield tonight, 65-0. Harriman and Greenback, 16-14. Harriman gets the win over their rival Greenback. Anderson County puts it on Heritage, 56-19. Big win tonight on the road. Meigs County, big win over McMinn Central, 29-8. Rockwood takes care of Midway, 44-7. CAK gets the win tonight over Oneida, 33-0 on the road. Polk County wins a tight one on Sweetwater, 35-28. Scott County over Austin East tonight, 21-0. Carter takes down South Doyle 30-22 in a close one. Tellico Plains leads Bledsoe County 7-6 in the third quarter there. Union County up on Cumberland Gap 22-19. Oliver Springs leads Wartburg 44-0. Powell over William Blunt 47-16. Loudon loses tonight at Hickson 20-7. McMinn County over Lenoir City 52-13. Howard Sequoia knotted up at 7 at the half. Ray County leads Soddy Daisy 35-13. Walker Valley all over Chattanooga Central tonight, 49-0 in the fourth quarter there. Cookeville over Gallatin, 10-6 in the third. Upperman, last week's opponent, does lead Stone Memorial at Stone Memorial tonight, 21-7. Grace Christian over Silverdale 38-24 in Division II. And Lakewood Christian has battled back in the second half, leads the Webb Spartans 27-21 in the fourth quarter there. Eric, back to you.
Thank you, Brett. And so it gets no easier, right? Maryville is up next, and that was a 37-0 final tonight as the Rebels defeated the Cleveland Blue Raiders.
44-7, yeah.
40?
44-7.
44-7, gotcha. It was 37-0, I guess, probably at the half, right? Yeah. Okay, 44-7 then, Maryville with the victory as they've reeled off 3 impressive wins in a row after a tough opening loss to Alcoa, 28-21. Bounced back with a 48-7 victory over West. Last week in their region opener at Bearden, a shutout, 56-0 in favor of the Rebels. And tonight on the road, improving to 2-0 in region play, 3-1 overall with a 44-7 victory over Cleveland. So, Maryville's going to be tough year in, year out. I think that this is probably one of the better offenses we've seen perhaps in a few years from Maryville. And, of course, that's saying something. But Will Jones just continues to mature in that quarterback position. He's now a junior, got a big target in tight end Julian Douglas. And really, like we saw tonight, Bradley benefiting greatly from crosstown rival Cleveland's former players, and Maryville has reaped the benefit of Torrey Beaufort, who had been at Bearden the last few years, and so Beaufort, of all of those players that left Bearden, I think Beaufort probably is the biggest impact player. I always thought he was the shiftiest one of the bunch, and no doubt you combine him with Colton Faust. You've got some talented and elusive players on the outside, and some guys, too, in the return game that are just plain scary. But defensively, since allowing 28 to Alcoa, the Rebels in the last 3 games have given up just 2 touchdowns. So obviously the defensive side of the ball getting it done as well. So another big challenge for Farragut as they go on the road to Maryville next Friday night. We'll have the broadcast for you here on West 105, of course, WFIV.com, and just go to YouTube and look for the WFIV Farragut football channel there. And we had some issues, I think, early with the video stream, and then for, I guess, the entirety of the first half, we kept having issues with the radio side of things trying to connect back to the station. I don't know what was going on tonight, but all sorts of bugs, you might say, in the equipment. But hopefully the second half, by and large, that was ironed out, although we did drop earlier in the post-game show. So for those that were tuned in all night long, we appreciate your patience and staying with us. It was an exciting game. Hopefully the vast majority of it made it out on the airwaves and out on the video stream as well. Farragut fought valiantly, but just some bad breaks tonight where the turnovers occurred. Bradley was able to capitalize, and that was really the difference in the game. That in the 4th and 2 play that went 67 yards to the house. So our Blair House Antiques player of the game. Any thoughts, Brett? You had said something about Owen Petoskey, and we've kind of mentioned Owen every week about the fact that, well, maybe we'll go a different direction because we could go with Owen, and tonight maybe is the night you say, you know what, why not recognize the big guy in the middle?
Yeah, and I wrote 99 down here, and it's could really call it every night, but or every Friday night. But boy, I talked a lot about it. His motor, he never stops. It doesn't matter the score. It doesn't matter what's happening around him. He's going to give maximum effort. It's about him and what he can do every time, giving his best. He does it again, at least a sack or 2 tonight. Multiple tackle for losses. Never comes out of the game. I think you got to give it to him defensively. Offensively, I don't know if we're just doing one. Offensively, I don't know.
Yeah, offensively is a little tougher, but Aaron Heatherly had a big play in the ball game. Of course, Corbin Hobson was on the other end of that play and really was the one that extended the play. Corbin tonight 175 yards passing. Nathan Jacobs had some nice runs as well.
How many catches, Heatherly?
Heatherly had 3 catches for 48. The first one was he was brought down at the line after making the reception, gained 2, and then he had the 46. Let's see. Like I say, Nathan Jacobs is your leading rusher tonight, 21 carries, 57 yards. He had some nice runs, but at the same time, just that offense was unable to be consistent enough. They, I don't think, ever reached the red zone, right? They were right there on the cusp of it and actually threw into the red zone but didn't maintain possession when Garfield was stripped of the ball late. And so, move the ball. Again, total yardage is very similar to Bradley Central's total yardage tonight. By my count, only 15 yards separate the two teams in total offense. But the Admirals just weren't consistent on offense.
Let's go with Heatherly. I think I mentioned early in the game, let's get the big fella more involved. I think he was pretty involved. I think he got a lot of targets week 1, if you remember. And then he's not really gotten a lot of targets the last couple games. But 3 catches, 48 yards, the big play. I mean, offensively, very little going as far as consistently. But that big play and the way the big fella was moving and scored, that was, it's good to give him the nod tonight.
Yeah, he was impressive in the open field because there were multiple Bear defenders that had a shot at him, and they couldn't bring him down. And so Petoskey will be our defensive Blair House Antiques player of the game, and we'll go with Aaron Heatherly tonight, the Farragut tight end, as our offensive Blair House Antiques player of the game. Farragut falls 24-10 to Bradley Central. Admirals with another tall task, even taller really, next week at Maryville. After that, Farragut is at Hardin Valley, another region matchup. That'll be, excuse me, I'm looking at the wrong sheet. I'm looking at Maryville's schedule. After Maryville, Farragut goes to Bearden, then at home hosting Hardin Valley. So a run of 4 consecutive region games coming up. This first one, Admirals had a chance to perhaps get the win here on their home field. Felt like they were rallying there in the second half, couldn't get it done. And so now it's Maryville followed by at Bearden, at home against Hardin Valley, before you've got the open date on October 10th. Farragut returns to action on October 17th, a non-region matchup at Cookeville. And then a couple of Thursday night games to finish things out. October 23rd, new region member Oak Ridge comes to Farragut. And then you finish things out on October 30th, another Thursday night matchup at Cleveland. So this team's still got plenty to play for. The playoffs very much within reach. This was just the first region game. It would have put you in a much, much better spot, of course, to win this one. But a lot to play for, and it'll be interesting to see how Farragut responds to the disappointment of this as they head over to take on perennial power Maryville next Friday night. Again, we apologize for all the technical difficulties on multiple ends tonight. Appreciate, again, your patience, and always just our listeners and our sponsors. I encourage you to frequent those sponsors. Let them know how much you appreciate them being a part of Farragut High School sports coverage here on West 105. For Nick Blankenship, behind the camera here at Eddie Courtney Stadium, for Brett Clendenin, alongside for Dusty Street back in our WFIV studios, I'm Eric Gerhardt saying thanks so much for listening. Until next Friday night, 6:15 on the pregame show, 7 o'clock the kickoff from Maryville. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great night and a safe, enjoyable weekend, everyone.
Farragut High School football, the presenting sponsor, Precision Garage Door Service. The game brought to you by the Mike Dyer Agency, Fisher Tire, David Zabby Carpet, Rick Terry Jewelers, the Blair House, Citizens Bank, Knoxville and Lenore City, Valley Plumbing, LCUB Internet, by Shop Farragut, Miser Wealth Partners, the Shrimp Dock, Bryan Insurance Group, and by Hearthside Bank Farragut. You're listening to West 105, the voice of the Farragut Admirals.